Good evening, race fans. Welcome into a special presentation of Friday Night Rod Car. Tonight, it is the first annual Rod Car Indianapolis 500. Live from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, as always. My partner in crime in the booth. Art, how we doing?
I'm excited. We're here for the introduction of a new Rod Car crown jewel, the Indy 500.
Absolutely. It is the full-length Indy 500, no messing around. Race information is as follows. 200 laps. We have upped the fuel capacity tonight to the real-life 100%. That'll give these drivers an estimated fuel run of 28 to 34 laps. 3 green-white checkers if needed, with the last being the point of no return. 1 fast repair for all these drivers over 200 laps. And there is a 5 times race win multiplier on the line here this evening. Timothy J. Moore's on pole, already got $100 last night, so he came out on top over a week of qualifying. Ryan Hicks bumped himself into the show at Colin Forrester's expense, who was 6th quickest on speed but did not make the show, along with a whole host of others. But the 5-time race win multiplier, if you are a Rod Car legend, you win $300. Rod Car past champion wins $250. Past race winners win $200. Rod Car drivers that have met the eligibility to be promoted from rookie but have not yet won will win $125. And then any Rod Car rookie in the field here tonight will win $100. So there's a lot on the line. Timothy J. Moore already has $100 in his back pocket. He's playing with house money. This field of 33 getting in their final laps of preparation for what's going to be a long one, longest Rod Car race potentially ever. At least in our time it will be. Field has already been set through the week of qualifying bump day last night. You missed a good one if you weren't there, but appreciate you tuning in now. I'll go ahead and let you know who didn't make the show. I think we can go back in that. Yes, but out of the show tonight, Colin Forrester, Sam Hines, Jay Smith, Talon Smith, Ryan Doucette, Paul Morrell, Mike McConville, Kyle Ritchie, Racing Pimentel, Tyler Lanen, Brayton Laster, Logan Shore, Jeremy Clapper Newell, Kevin Ritchie, Owen DeGroot, and Christian Zarate, all missing out on the Indianapolis 500. Christopher Hill and Glenn Hedrick were in the starting lineup. They were replaced by Dylan Kem and Ross Corlett, who were both bumped out late last night, but they're back in it. And we are ready to rock and roll as the warm-up is over. We'll do 3 pace laps.
Yeah, Max, you really kind of, mess that up. Should be called inaugural.
Whatever. Didn't really think about it. Nevertheless, let's go ahead and head right down to the grid. It is race time. We're doing 3 pace laps. One ceremoniously, 3 by 3 all the way through, 11 rows deep.
Good old Southern public education.
And while we're gridding up, this is race 7 of 13. It's a crown jewel event never before seen, but we are through the halfway point of the Rod Car regular season. Parker White holds a 5-point lead over Daniel Falkingham, Hunter East, Tyler Gary, Mendez Monsivais, really all the way down to, I mean it's probably 2-3 races separating the top 18, so it is a very tight field at the top. All 33 have already gridded up. We'll take you further down the points list here real quick. Please see your favorite
already got a
drive.
"What are you doing" in chat.
Oh boy. And all the way down to Curtis Kelly. 64 drivers have taken the green flag. Here we go. First of 3 pace laps. We'll take you through the starting lineup since we finally have time to do that for once. Timothy J. Moore on pole gets the $100 prize. And followed up by A.J. Green. Ryan Hicks making his 10th career start tonight. In the 3rd position, had to qualify in on speed on his final run of the night. Got it done in the 15 machine. Rod Flag had to qualify his way in on speed. Could have fallen back on a provisional, but got it done on speed. Starts 4th. Last season's champion, Falkingham will start in the 5th position. Martin Jorgensen Jr. starts 6th. Qualified his way in on speed. Got another junior right behind him, Michael Cozy Jr. The all-time most winningest rod car driver, most championships. Looking to add another crown jewel to his belt, Matthew Zwack starts P8. 2-time champion. Parker White, and points leader, starts in the 9th position. Gabriel Dahari, rod car rookie, raced his way into the show with some stellar performances earlier this season. Tyler Gary, P11. Jaden Carter, P12. Seth DeMerchant, rolling off P13. Scott Warren, P14. Dylan Dreiling starts, it's actually might be Frisch 15th. Dylan Dreiling 16th. Corey Henry 17th, Hunter East 18th. Picked up 2 wins this season alone, one of them being the Draft Heart 300, so he's looking for another crown jewel event. Dean Clavitt, James Mendez, Kevin Spencer, Stephen Maggio. Trying to line up for this 3-wide start, Jacob Roth. Get the rest of the names in as we head towards the back of this field. Kevin Newton, Swanson, Monsivias, Bombi Zielinski, Dylan Kem, Tucker Minter, Ross Corlett, Michael Frisch. And I believe that is all of your 33 drivers here tonight. Let's go up high in the sky here.
This is a sight to behold here.
You one of the best. You got them 3 abreast. Somewhat, not really, but you know what? It's the thought that counts.
In some places they are. I think we've got drivers a little skittish here.
Yeah, I don't want to take yourself out of contention on the pace lap, but we're definitely not starting 3 wide. I don't want to put these guys under too much duress, but we do have the 3x3 pace lap. It should look pretty nice on the front stretch, and here they come. Yeah, that looks like a presentable field, presentable shot. Looking very nice. That's an even better shot as they head off. Into turn number 1, that 3rd lane will drop back. We'll be ready to get underway here. The final of our 3rd pace laps as they're addressing this sold-out crowd here at the Brickyard.
I have a complaint.
Okay.
Ross Corlett sitting at the back, not going out 3 wide.
Ross Corlett ruined it all, but we'll single him out. But he is the last of our 33 starters. Just barely made it in. But in is in. You're in the Indianapolis 500. Nor the lap counter at the top of the ticker. That reset once we go green. They have delayed the green. Lights are off outside of the pace car, so this will be your first lap as that 3rd lane is dropping back to their designated starting positions. Indianapolis 500, first inaugural. I did say it. For
I can't vote in our own prediction. Do we make it 1 lap?
We're about to find out as the field of 33 is Harry Tiller already having some sort of potentially addresses themselves off of turn number 4. Pace car is off. Makes the hard left-hand turn. And Timothy J. Moore. And we're wrecking in the back. We didn't even make it to the flag. But we are underway for the RODDCAR Indianapolis 500. That was Harry Tiller and Jacob Dunn. We didn't even make it to the yard of bricks.
Caution's out.
And the caution has to be out because and Mo Perry is destroyed already. Jacob Dunn, Harry Tiller.
Okay, Tiller wasn't involved in this, luckily. What is going on?
So...
Oh my god. Oh my god!
So here we go, on board with Jacob Dunn. Oh dear.
He just braked too hard.
Oh no.
He
slammed on the brakes.
Lost control of the car.
Got into Mo Perry. And I just saw Harry Tiller in the background slamming on their brakes, but yeah, absolutely nothing to do with him. Just locked him up. So, but you could tell there they did not line him up whatsoever, leaving a lot of space. Specifically, Kevin Spencer was hanging back pretty significantly, and that kind of led to a accordion effect further back, where they're all trying to, you know, finally close up. And yeah, that was ugly. So then, here we go. We don't throw it immediately. We haven't even started the race, so we can't throw a caution.
And it happens because Mo's got no wing.
Yeah.
So he's not able to make the first corner.
Yeah. Because he literally got mounted. The wing falls off. I don't think anyone told him, or, you know. Got side body hanging off, the panels, and just hang on. Green flag is out. He's going to turn in with no rear wing in Indy, and it's just not going to work. More bits flying off that car.
Got another prediction up. Do we make it a lap this time?
And so I am curious, what happened to Harry Tiller that made him... Yeah, he was like way off pace just to begin with. I'm not sure if he was having some sort of issue, but he's closing up in on this late. But, yeah.
It was just him, he wanted to drop and make sure that he was going to get back in line. And they just kind of went without.
So that is a grand start fitting of an Indy 500. Corey Henry came into pit. Same RODDCAR rules apply. Wave yourself around. You only get one lap back at a time under yellow. He came in right after that. And was in pit road for over a minute. And eventually went a lap down, but we'll get it back.
Is it sort of a petition to have someone just removed from a race?
Yeah, we will just talk to Jacob Dunn a little bit later. We do see him down in pit 3, but we're going to let him, yeah. We'll just let that kind of simmer, and we'll get underway for a little bit. But man, what a start to the first ever Indianapolis 500. Lights are off, and the pace car is now single file the rest of the evening.
Couldn't even enjoy one double file restart.
Nope, we didn't.
Or one double file start.
Couldn't happen.
And these people were like, yeah, let's do 3 wide on the start.
This is why we can't do 3 wide, okay?
Can't do 2 wide.
I don't know if we'll do 1 wide. Single file.
The checkups will be worse.
It'll be you'll see more accordion effects. And Jacob Dunn still on pit road. Mo Perry having no choice but to take a fast repair. He's got none left. Mendez and Kemp topped off for fuel. Not a terrible idea. You do lose a lot of track position.
Imagine you get 1 fast repair for 500 miles, 200 laps.
You didn't make it 500 centimeters. You didn't even get to the line. And your
green flag wasn't out.
Like, come on.
Green flag wasn't out. Y'all weren't under speed at all.
Like, that is just brutal. We did have some position changes even before that. Steven Maggio's up 4. So in the the sprint to turn 1. We did have some position. Tucker Bitter's up 8. Ross Corlett plus 7, avoiding the chaos in the back. And here we go. Single file starts the rest of the evening. So we'll see more gaps being left, more games being played. Probably some more checkup, restart wrecks. But here we go. Pace car's off. You can see the gaps in the back. Timothy J. Moore trying to get us underway officially. And the field scatters behind him. As we can now say the RODDCAR Indianapolis 500 is underway to turn number 1, side by side already for the race lead.
AJ Green looking to go around the outside. Brian Hicks tucking up under behind Timothy J. Moore.
It's a hard pass to make in a stock car, let alone an Indy car. But down the back straightaway for the first time. It's going to be 3 wide for the race lead. Nearly 4 as Falkingham's trying to split them. You'd think this is lap 199, but it's lap 4. Oh my goodness, lap 5, excuse me, but the sentiment's still the same. Brian Hicks to second. Timothy J. Moore trying to lead the first lap under green, but here comes Brian Hicks. We got a wreck in the back. Caution should be out as Hicks leads at the line.
No caution because they didn't go around.
Kept into the wall. They pulled a J.R. Hildebrand. That was Gavin Newton, no right front. And he'll have to limp around, use the fast repair. And here comes the slipstream effect. We'll see this all night. Hicks took the lead. Timothy J. Moore comes right back at him using the draft and the slipstream. Goes right back into the lead. Seth the Merchant plus 4. Let's just go on board a little bit further back in the pack. You'll see what we're talking about. Closes right up to the back bumper of Matthew Zwack. Going to take a peek to the inside as they head to turn number 1 at 235 miles per hour. Having to lift, though, underneath another car, very tight. The dirty air will play a huge effect in this race here this evening. Later in the race, you already seen it up front, though. A little bit of snaking, trying to break the draft if you can, side by side for second. Here comes Falkingham. Has to tuck back in line. AJ Green's right there, your outside pole sitter. Is
still
a 200 lap
way through.
Endurance, essentially, so don't have to fight it too hard at the front of the field, especially if you're in that lead draft. This is a very rare combination for RODDCAR, first time ever. So you don't know how this race is going to play. You don't know how many cautions you get, don't know what to expect. As it's been Timothy J. Moore and Brian Hicks back and forth. No push to pass on the ovals. Going to do it on merit alone. Fastest lap of anybody so far. Brandon Cruz-Montcelias back in 21st. See his slip shooting off 20 cars ahead of him. Warren pulling out to his inside. Got a couple of cars. It's Jacob Dunn who did not have his fast repair check, so Gavin Newton came in, did have the fast repair selected. Everybody else, back to Mo Perry on the lead lap, so 31 cars still on the lead lap.
Some lead laps. He's likely going to be caught, and I wonder how lap traffic. Dirty air is not going to be fun to deal with.
2 wide out of turn number 4 there. Tucker Minner around the outside of Joe Swanson. Make it 3 wide.
Do you see what they were at the line? It was literally a tie. It was a tie between Brian Hicks and Timothy J. Moore for the lead at the line.
That is incredible. We were looking at 3 wide further back, but it's just the same for your front 3. Big move from Timothy J. Moore. Falkingham right there. All we got to do is just go on board. We'll show you the slipstream effect down the front straightaway. 5th gear into the corners. Trying to get any rotation you can in this dirty air. Blasting up to 6th gear on corner exit, and here we go. It's pulling out from behind. Here comes Falkingham, a little bit too far back to make this move this early. You don't want to get caught up too high. Indianapolis, pretty much 1.5 lane track for these Indy cars. You go up too high, you're in the dirty stuff. You can very easily pound the outside wall, lose the entire right side of your car. We see this a lot in the real Indy 500. Leaders will just kind of be happy to swap back and forth.
I was gonna say, it's literally these front two faulty. Yeah, he makes, you know, looks to see incoming pass, and he's not had the momentum to keep with it.
DJ Moore will take the lead on the back stretch, and vice versa, and Hicks takes it back. It's a game of cat and mouse right now. No one's really going to be able to pull away in that sense this early. You see a lot of single file. It will eventually start to spread out the older these tires get. Tucker Minter's your biggest mover, plus 14.
And a challenge for fourth. Parker White looking up under AJ Green.
That 95 machine. Looking to keep the pass out of four, but very easy to wash up. Don't want to get into the car outside of you. Lift.
Just doesn't have any pull. No one down there pulling forward.
Hicks takes the lead back. 15 machine started in the third position. Too wide off the corners, further back through this field. There goes Timothy J. Moore back to the inside. That's the 24 of Hunter East. Dylan Briley looking at his inside into turn number 3. He's held strong around the outside. The fastest lap of the race, Jacob Ross, 40.58. Obviously not in qualifying trim. We don't have the turbo. The lap times will come down just a little bit. But, you know, 230 something, whatever miles an hour. Michael Cozy Jr., big move further behind that with Gabriel Dahari. Frisch. That was... I'm trying to figure out these cars. That is Frisch that was making a big move to the inside.
It's not as easy to tell. We don't know.
Not as identifiable, that's for sure, but we got plenty of time to figure it out as Frisch still looking to the inside of Hunter East. And the turn number 1, side by side, risky game, but come off okay. Just outside of the top 10, 2.8 seconds off the race leader.
Hey, at least so they are identifiable. Also, Harry Tiller in the full pink color.
Yeah. Let's just go on board further back through this field. You can just see that car there does not want to turn in the wake of this dirty air. He's got Ross Corlett making a move on Rod Flag. Potentially doing a little bit of fuel saving. The way to catch your fellow competitors off guard is that late lunge in turn 1 where they do not have time to react. We see that a lot in the real world Indy 500. The later you can make that move, the better. James Mendez under pressure from being clapped. These guys just like to hang out a little bit. Mo Perry will definitely be under no incentive to race for quite a while.
I've got to wonder if the thing with Rod is, like, this could be his usual strategy. We got to caution.
On the front stretch, and that is
Hunter East.
Hunter East having to tow to pit road.
Just gets loose out of... No, he hits the wall out of 4.
Just washed up in the dirty air. And a big collision to the inside, spinning like a top. Oh, and I think there was a follow-up.
It's Gary.
Tyler Gary.
Maybe? Maybe.
Look at that. Just no chance to save this car, and the speed you're going, of course, he's going to come back up the racetrack. And that is the 26 machine of Tyler Gary. Let's go on board with him.
The reason I say maybe is you watch the wheels start to wobble, but then they go back.
Huh.
So it's like broken, fine.
Very interesting.
So, Tyler Gary might have just got saved by Nick. Yeah, he's still out there. He's fine.
Alright, so that will save Gavin Newton, put him back on the lead lap. Jacob Dunn can start the process of getting his laps back. So Hunter East obviously taking the fast repair. That car was destroyed. And here comes everybody, except for James Mendez.
Got a Ryan Tiller in chat saying, when are you driving to see him this weekend, Max?
In what's the context?
I don't know. I guess he just wants to see you.
Huh. But James Mendez will stay out. He does not lead that lap, so he's in a really tough position. Will pretty much have to come in. Pit stops much quicker. All of them sub 10 seconds if you don't have any damage.
What is Jaden Carter doing? Did he say... You didn't take that on.
What?
Just look at Jaden Carter.
What happened here? Oh.
Took the left.
Being a little silly there. I guess he wanted to take the road course layout, but...
Oh, it's because Ryan's in Florida.
I did remember him mentioning that.
You could go visit him. Come on.
I mean... Yeah, so the fresh tire is going to be hugely important, so Mendez will be forced to come in. He does not lead that lap, get that bonus point. And as I say that, he's going to completely ignore all conventional wisdom to get this bonus point. 14 lap older tires, the fuel will always be a concern at Indy. He's going to need another quick caution, assuming he's not the caution, because he is going to be swarmed. Joe Swanson goes a lap down on pit road. Not sure what the issue is for the 71 machine.
Could just be pitting for fuel, trying to get out of traffic.
He's been on pit road for 2 minutes, though.
Oh.
So he's going to go a lap down. Gavin Newton is back on the lead lap. So, other than Brian Hicks and Timothy J. Moore, James Mendez, your third leader of the night. Jacob Dunn is 6 laps down. We'll probably get 6 more cautions. But not the way he would have wanted to start.
I feel like 6 might be an understatement.
It remains to be seen. The lights are off on top of the pace car. Single file restarts in effect. And James Mendez, will see how he gets along. As Joe Swanson's still on pit road. 31 drivers on the lead lap. Back to Jaden Carter. Pace car is off. And already some games being played in the back. Mendez waiting really late to catch him off guard, potentially. And gonna go right to the inside. Big trouble! Bobby Zielinski. Oh, we got cars flying to the air. Harry Tiller flying. Still upside down. Will immediately have to tow. And he kind of just sits there and says, what on earth just happened? Let's go right on board with him.
It looks like Zielinski tries... He makes a late move to go to the left because of, traffic in front of him. And loses the car.
I mean, this is just a wild ride. Get the tarps out. And then he gets a shot late. As he's spinning down the racetrack from... Zielinski again, fittingly enough. But it almost looks, though, He should. I mean, you don't want to ever wreck somebody, but he would have been far better off just squeezing himself into the car above him, and that would have been... Yeah, just squeeze Jacob Roth into the wall next time. I think that would have been a better end result, because he turns back down, and he doesn't... I mean, it would have been very close if he goes back up to the right, but...
Yeah, like I said, that's, big on Harry Tiller not destroying the car to his outside.
Right. So here we go, Zielinski. And here's the issue, though.
Why is he so far back?
He's hanging back. I mean, maybe he just doesn't get a good enough start because the car ahead of him goes. He doesn't. But they go, and then they check up in front of him. He just hooks a big left and loses the car, and that's literally it. And there goes Harry Tiller.
Tiller's still sitting just upside down on the track, by the way.
And that, yeah. Get the tarps out.
Saved Mendez, though.
What was going on with Mendez? Oh, yes, it did. Yes, it absolutely did. Yeah, that's a wild one. For Jacob Dunn, we'll go back to 5 laps down. Joe Swanson finally emerging. And there's Harry Tiller. Someone will have to remove him if he is just going to sit there. As I know it's very annoying to be wrecked, but you cannot...
He has finally
decided to tow. He could have done that earlier, though, and got that process started. Now he has to tow all the way back around, hit fast pair, so it'll be off sequence. And that's just the way that the Indy car works, though. You would want to pull out as late as possible. Take that run to their inside. They don't have any chance to defend against it. We see it all the time in real life. Going to turn 1 on the final lap. That driver will, in second, third, will try and wait to the last possible second to make that move to the left. But it's got to be controlled. And clearly that wasn't from Bobby Zielinski. So definitely a wild one in store for tonight. We finally have our first car airborne inside of 20 laps, or right at lap 20.
I always get got by Dylan Kim having a family member join under the same, not under the same name, but it's Dan Kim. I'm guessing as a spotter. So I'm like, wait, did DK like disconnect? It's like, nope, he's still there.
But it's for those of you that are just tuning in, you see Indy 500 on iRacing, want to see what it is. The Friday Night Rod Car is the longest running super speedway league on iRacing, one of the best in terms of quality as well. So normally we're at Daytona, Talladega, Legacy Daytona, Atlanta, iRacing Super Speedway in various forms of NASCAR chassis. So this is an entire 180 for a lot of these guys. And we're finding that out very quickly. But only one fast repair, and you've seen the wrecks. Pretty vicious. So, I can imagine us losing a good number before the end of 200 tonight.
Hey, we made it 10% of the way through.
10% of the way there. Lights are off on top of the pace car. Timothy J. Moore, your pole sitter, back in the lead after Mendez relinquished it. Yeah, the restart single file meant to promote, not 3-1 to turn 1 and wrecking everybody, but the gaps that it offers up is a whole different challenge in amongst itself. And here we go, back underway. It's really that mid-pack is what you're looking for. And already they fan out. Parker White up to that second position, challenging for the race lead to the inside, nearly 3 wide into turn number 2, faulking him all the way around the outside. Here comes Brian Hicks, 3-4 wide.
We're gonna be 4
into turn number 3. They're gonna run out of room, and then sent the Merchant all the way around the outside into P1. Incredible move.
Falkingham dropping all the way back. I think he made contact with the wall, but that car's still moving.
Still in one piece, not flying through the air. But again, you'd think that's lap 199 to win it. That was lap 24. Seth the Merchant started in the 13th position, and he's in P1 car on the wall. I believe that is Brian Hicks. Took a big shot. The car seems okay for now. 3 wide just behind him with a couple of drivers. Dylan Dreiling trying to go the long way around. Picks up a spot on Jacob Roth. Timothy J. Moore back to the lead. DeMerchant going to draft off of him down the front stretch. Parker White is right there. Everyone flying, swarming on the front stretch. Parker White, 2 for 1, into the lead. Lap 26 only. And now we're getting a little bit of a 3-car breakaway. And we'll start to see these 3 try and pull away together. DeMerchant to the inside. Timothy J. Moore will stay in line. AJ Green trying to lead the charge to get back up there. And Stephen Maggio having to make an unscheduled green flag pit stop. Fix some damage on that 81 machine. You can see them just swarming. Brian Hicks trying to move back up there. Dylan Dreiling around the outside of him. Dylan Kem's right there. Contact into the wall. Nearly. Look at the moves being made down the back straightaway. There's James Mendez right in the mix. Hunter East coming back at it. Mo Perry right there as well. No fast repair for him. I mean, this is just incredible stuff we're seeing. I'm sorry, did you say Parker White was texting? At 230 miles an hour? What are your thoughts on the last couple of laps? He lost power. So now it's just me solo in the booth. My co-commentator has lost power. Very unfortunate. But we'll do the best we can. Anxiety is absolutely through the roof in the early phase of this race. I can imagine what it'll be like towards the end of this thing. Things are just ever so slightly getting strung out in the front. Top 2 trading back and forth. And Brian Hicks definitely falling back with some damage. Just trying to hang on till a caution period. He took a big hit on the right side of that Dollar IR-18. Lucky he's still in one piece to begin with. All 33 drivers minus Maggio are still running, but he's on pit road, trying not to waste his fast repair. Look how close to these cars are getting on exit. Since it's just me, let's crank it up for the first time tonight here. 240 miles an hour nearly at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. that doesn't get you interested in automobile racing, I don't know what will. As you can now see, we have a bunch of mini packs starting to form. Drivers on their own different levels of, ability and, comfortableness in this car. Some guys probably getting their first race laps in at this racetrack. This combination and in probably since last May. Big move there from Scott Warren. Trying to go 2 for 1. Pick off Hunter East, but he'll be side by side. Pinch down on the bottom. Loses a little momentum. Allows Jacob Roth to take a peek, and he'll get checked up. That allows Ross Corlett to take a stab at it, and same thing with Michael Frisch. You can already see first back to 27th is nearly 18 seconds, so it's definitely getting spread out as it does in real life. This is not unexpected. Jaden Carter on pit road in the 7 machine. Unscheduled, longer than a 10-second stop, so obviously has some damage that needs to be attended to. Steven Maggio is back out on the racetrack. The 32 cars on track, Jaden Carter on pit road. Right now, you're looking at anybody from this top 13. Your early favorites, obviously, as they are still in the lead draft, nose to tail. One big long snake or train, however you want to describe it. They're pretty much just following each other, trying to get air on the nose. Manage these tires as best as they can. The second group of 5 cars right at each other's tire tracks. Finding it very hard to pass. Almost into the wall there for Ross Corlett. And behind this group, James Mendez leads in 19th. Got some rocks being thrown a little bit further back. Is Gavin Newton and Jacob Dunn. Oh, so we're going to crash to the inside. It's Ross Corlett and I believe Frisch. Caution is out. In that car, rear wing missing, front wing. And let's take a look at the incident between Ross Corlett and Michael P. Frisch down into turn number 1. And Frisch just comes up and gets him. Wild ride for Frisch. I think. Let's take another angle at this. Does he just wash up underneath them and come up and clip that left rear? Coming up. And he's going to tag that left rear. He'll argue that Corlett should have tracked out to the wall. And he ramps over him. All 4 wheels have left the racing surface. Welcome back.
Hello.
Both will be able to continue after a fast repair has been taken. Frisch, lucky he didn't get run into a second time. I believe that is our 4th caution of the evening.
Sad to see that I missed out on some fun.
Yeah, we had some good times. And here we go. Ray Taylor going to get a lap back. Zielinski, Swanson, Jacob Dunn, Maggio, and Jaden Carter. We'll love to see this caution simply because he won't lose as many laps. Everybody coming in. Can't afford to stay out. And the lap cars will wave themselves around 1 time only. White potentially. He will win the race off pit road. Brian Hicks started the race very strong, caught a piece of the wall in that last run, and we're trying to fix some damage. A lot of these guys probably have had brushes with the wall. The lap cars coming in after after waving themselves around. Nobody staying out this time. On your screen, how long they've been in pit lane. It times out after 2 minutes. It just assumes, all right, you got some serious problems, so we're just gonna, you know.
So you're just gonna stay in there.
33 cars. Would not be the case if we did not have the fast repairs. Mendez coming back in. Unlimited sets of tires this evening. We changed the fuel. We did not limit the sets of tires though, in an effort to make sure guys could finish the race. Ryan Hicks just barely beats the pace car out.
Oh, no explanation for why my power went out either.
Just
no storms.
It
just
it just turned itself off. Did you pay the power bill? Did you pay the electric bill?
Sadly, yes. Like it, and it wasn't like a flash where it's like just off on. It was off for like a solid 10 seconds. And then it was just like, all right, here you go.
Huh.
So I had to sit there and wait for that. The internet come back, have to get that actually going through, and then my computer was like, you know what? You're turning me on again. Have an update. So
that's crazy.
Don't suck up to us, Wyatt. You still hit a parked car.
Getting ready for the restart here. Lap number 40. 26 cars in the lead lap. Zielinski 1 lap down. Corlett 1 lap down. Back to the lap. With 1 more caution. Hit. Steven Maggio 7 down. Here we go, back underway, lap number 40. Parker White gets us started. Why are we already 3 wide? Huge checkups. The back half of the field is scattering, and something might have happened to Dylan Kemp.
Harry Taylor was also, he looked like he was going slow there. Yeah, he's just dropping to the back.
Here we go, look at the mess. Down the back straightaway, 3 wide for second. Parker White trying to cover all the angles. And here comes Tucker Minner, gets boxed in, but around the outside. Trying to go, contact made into the wall. Oh, we got a huge crash. Oh my goodness.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness, it's his career ender. It's a sport ender. It is completely over for Daniel Falkingham.
I think that's just bad luck. I mean, you see it's painted like a fighter.
Oh,
so obviously think that thing was getting airtime.
Oh my goodness. There's nobody driving that car. It's just he's gone. That car's moving on its own back and forth, but the driver is no longer with us. A huge collision. A massive wreck. What in the world? I don't even know. There's a lot to unpack.
So I believe that's the merchant smacks the wall in front of him, gets him sideways and up, and he just has a
So let's just go back to the restart. I'm very curious because somebody just did not go. Look at these checkups further back through the field. I mean, it is terrible. And it gets guys all bent out of shape. Specifically, it was Corey Henry, my apologies to Dylan Kemp, but he has to slam on the brakes. Rod Flag says, all right, I'm avoiding a wreck. But, so that was the initial checkup, and then, you know, we'll fast forward it. Look at this mess in the lead pack. 3 wide into 3. Falkingham coming up. And literally nothing he could have done there. And it was Seth the Merchant contact with... That is the 487 of AJ Green. Contact just ever so slightly made. Washes up the hill. We'll pause. Viewer discretion is advised for what's about to happen.
Have you seen what the wing says?
Aim high. Yeah, he did. He did that. And killed hundreds of civilians.
I don't know if he got to civilians.
But let's just go on board with him. Oh my goodness. I mean, just nothing he could have done. My goodness. And then let's just take a look further back. Harry Tiller just says, you know what? Yeah. Pit road's probably a safe place.
You can't just say that. You can, but you shouldn't.
This is just such a horrendous wreck. I mean, look at this onboard right here. From Rod Flag. Goodbye! And here's where it starts with the Merchant. Just a little... There. I mean, he was full left, but he gets a huge collision as well.
Do you think Falkingham had time to hit him with a... Yep, I'm flying through the air right now.
I mean, maybe. From the blimp. And then who was it that ended up sending him airborne that he ramped off of? That was Dylan Kem that first gets into him, then he loses control. And then behind that, it is Mark Jorgensen Jr. that's going to get him just kind of like a basketball bouncing off of him.
Oh, we're going green, by the way.
All right. I mean, there's a lot to unpack there, but here we go. We're back underway. Parker
It caught me off guard.
We could have taken a look at that for another 15 minutes and we wouldn't have captured everything. But back underway. It looked like a clean start, all things considered, but they're about to fan out yet again. Down the back straightaway, Parker White. Kind of a sitting duck, but here we go.
We might see some 3 wide to BJ Moore.
BJ Moore trying to brave it all the way around the outside, but he'll stick back to third for now. Swack's right there in that green 18 machine. Side by side for the race lead off turn number 4, Parker White. Trying to block him off. Tucker Minter, that is, and he'll be able to do so. Swack looking to be inside. AJ Green Jorgensen side by side. All 33 cars are still out on the racetrack. Falkingham is in 18th place.
Yeah, that's what a fast repair does for you, right? It gets you back going.
He needed a quick revive and a fast repair on that last one. He made a nice move there. Already back up to 16th, right ahead, or right behind Michael Cozy Jr., the 99 machine. finishing plus 14. How about Tucker Minter, though? Started 31st and is all the way up to second and closing in on the back bumper, or the rear wing, I should say, of the 95 of Parker White.
Well, I feel like this might have been strategy from Tucker Minter. Hit. Although it could have happened on track.
There's nothing that's particularly safe around this racetrack. Ask the fans sitting in pit road what they thought just a couple of laps ago if they got their money's worth for their ticket.
Cars aren't easy outside the track.
Further back, here we go, 3 wide, here comes Tyler Gary. Back to 2 wide, though. 2, oh, stop running the wall a tiny bit. I mean, any contact here that's not just, you know, wheel to wheel in a straight line. Like if you accidentally touch on the front or back shingle, you can maybe avoid it, but any contact through these corners, pretty much a career ender. When you're going places in a hurry. Usually the outside
one of them
wall,
a hospital.
Yeah, the outside wall, then the inside wall, probably another car along the way, and then the hospital. So I mean, the margins here, ultra fine. Speaking of the fans, the ones in turn 3 have a little bit better experience and haven't had a whole Indy car flying into their skulls. We're seeing a pretty good race otherwise. Early in this race it was Timothy J. Moore and Brian Hicks. Now it's Tucker Minter and Parker White trading the lead back and forth. A lot of single file. We have not had green flag pit stops. So we really haven't seen a true representative run. The Merchant trying to claw his way back up. He was second earlier in this race. The location is looking inside of Gavin Newton. Down the front stretch on turn number 1 of the casual, 228 miles an hour. If you're watching this for the first time, you're seeing Indy 500, oh, these cars are so close together, why can't they pass easily? And it's just because of the dirty air that's being worked off the rear of these cars. The car behind has a nearly impossible task of closing up any closer than what they are right now. You can pass all day long in the front and back straightaway, use the draft to get along, but in these corners, you'll find it nearly impossible to make a move if you're directly behind another driver. Let's just go on board, for instance, deep in pack. Let's see if Scott Warren can give us a demonstration of what we're looking for, but he might make a move here down the back straightaway before he can get there. I think so, so just listen on board. How much lifting he's having to do. He'll close up all day long on the straights, but having to lift mid-corner, and he's getting real tight out of four. And hangs on to it, and he'll close up down the front stretch and face a similar problem. And the lift. The car settled, washes up the track in the dirty air. Puts him under pressure, and there goes Michael Frisch, just like that.
I gotta say, though, I believe it's D. Anderson.
He should have seen 5 laps ago.
That's where I was going with it. It's like, you missed his participation.
Yeah, he's had a massive impact on this race, mainly considering there will never be automobile racing in the United States after what just occurred. This is it. This is the last race they'll ever allow to happen.
I don't think one driver death would do that. Maybe nowadays.
No, I'm talking about the civilians murdered and massacred in pit road. So
I don't know if we can say that on stream. How they take to that.
well, show them the clip, they'll understand. Corey Henry, new fastest lap of anybody in this race, a 40.32. You remember it qualifying with the engine fully juiced up and qualifying trim. They're getting 30. Oh, Perry problems into the pit road entry wall. He'd already had his fast repair taken from him on the first lap of the race. Let's take a quick look. Oh, that left front's off. He gets real loose and overcorrects it.
Mo.
Left front into the pit entry wall. And as he gets it going, you can see just a wobble.
That's the hometown hero. Should probably be hometown zero by now, but
he's not last yet. So, car on the wall a little bit further back. I believe that is Drillin Dreiling that scuffed the wall. Tyler Gary goes right on by. Frisch to the inside of Gabriel Dahari. Washes up. That's going to allow Jacob Rock to close up right behind him. How about Daniel Falkingham back up to 13th after one of the wildest wrecks we've ever seen.
I forgot we have another hometown hero. Gavin Newton, also Indiana resident, I believe nearish Indianapolis. So, he's who these fans are now cheering for.
Lap 56, so we're halfway to halfway.
Halfway to halfway.
Oh, big collision back there. I believe that is Mark Jorgensen Jr.
He is a lot slower than drivers around him.
Lucky that right front's still attached, and he's losing a lot of time quickly, so he'll just have to nurse it as best he can.
He is multiple miles off the, speed.
I think he's got it sorted out now, but he does fall off the back of Hunter East under pressure from Tyler Gary. It's an 8-car lead draft. Tahari a second and a half back. They'll make that Dylan Dreiling potentially to head off into turn number 1. Not able to finish that move.
If he's not able to make the move, Frisch might make it for him. He's right there looking to go forward.
Going to look to his inside here. This is the battle for the last spot in the top 10. He'll fall back in line. Did not have enough of a run, but it opens up the door for Falkingham to have half a look.
I'm going to make a prediction for later in the race when times get desperate. We might see, birds of a feather start bump drafting.
If they can get that close, but the further the tires start to wear, the worse it'll get following in behind traffic.
It'll just be like the next gen. You just got to, lift a little.
But this race has now fallen into the hands. Parker White and Tucker Miller, they've just been going back and forth, back and forth.
Oh, we're going to be 3 wide. Falkingham sending it up under Dreiling.
Looks like he'll have the spot on Dreiling, but not able to get up to Frisch, but he does clear Dreiling. Falkingham up to 11th, Frisch up to 10th. Things are starting to calm down ever so slightly. 32 cars still running. Perry in a heap of trouble. No fast repair to that left front. Not entirely what you would call attached to the rest of his car. Left front suspension taking a beating. Tuckerman retakes the lead. Timothy J. Moore right here, only 3 car lengths off, so by all means, it's being controlled. It's a little bit by design. You can sit in the draft, save a little bit of fuel if you can. Leaders are right there. And you're not even halfway, so no real reason to have a sense of urgency. But if you're, you have the run in second place, you might as well take it. They'll just get you back straight away later. So there's really no harm, no foul in what the top 2 are doing. Gary has come alive on this run. He's going to take a peek here to the inside of Hunter East. East carries the momentum. close in yet again. Jacob Roth closing in on the back bumper of Scott Warren. Michael Cozy Jr. runs 15. Perry has fallen back to 33rd. That crew trying their best to get him back out there, but he's been on pit road for 5.5 minutes. Ross Corlett blasts by, and he's in danger of going another lap down because he was just a short shoot away from your race leaders, and they are drafting up to him together. Oh, we got problems on board with Bobby Zielinski. Yellow is out.
Ooh, this is with
James.
Dean Clavitt.
No, is that
It's Dean Clavitt.
Dean Clavitt? Yes, it was.
Is it net code? Are we really having net code issues?
Here we go, off into turn number 1. Oh, that wasn't even remotely close. Oh my goodness. And that just tore up a lot of equipment for nothing. Like, literally nothing. I mean, look at this. That is rough.
iRacing, please.
Going off into turn number 1. You think, oh, maybe he hits the rumble strip, the curbing a little bit, and comes up. That is not the case. They would have been fine otherwise. They'll take a look back at it and be like, man, that did not need to happen. So that will save Corlett and let some of these guys get another lap back. Mo Perry still on pit road during the 7-minute mark. But it will stop the bleeding in the sense that he won't lose laps as quick.
If he's able to get the car back on track, he might still have a chance, alright?
No fast repairs going forward, though, so just kind of depends on how much they can fix. And there goes Harry Tiller to his lap back. Everybody's coming in. We weren't terribly far off from green flag pit stop, so that is a real shame that netcode kind of ruined that. Set the hello? Oh, what in the world? We got parts flying on pit road entry. And who was that? That was, I believe, Dylan Kem, and just to check up even onto pit road. You could just see the accordion effect. It looked like maybe Jacob Roth wasn't as close up as others would have wanted him to be. So Jorgensen, Cozy, Corey Henry, and then eventually Dylan Kem getting into the back of him.
Max, this is going to be an unusual request. But when you can you go cockpit on the pace car?
I don't know if I can.
If you go to the leader and then go to the next car forward, you can be in it.
Okay. So
I'm only doing this because Mickey says she wants to drive the Marshall car. So.
Where is the pace car at this point?
Down the turn 3.
We cannot go cockpit view on the pace car.
Yes, you can.
No, I literally can't.
You can.
No. Well, I couldn't from the overlay. It broke the overlay, so I have to do it manually.
Let's go. We're breaking the overlays.
Literally, the overlay just said no. Yeah, it completely broke the ticker as well. There's no intervals anymore. But this is the man that has led the most laps tonight. The pace car. That's so funny you could do that. We'll get this TV2 shot. This is hilarious, honestly. Oh, let's do this. Come on, give me the... Oh, from the gearbox of the pace car. That is funny. Oh, look at that. We could get the left front suspension view.
I didn't think it would break the overlays.
I think it'll fix it once we go back to an actual car, but...
Okay.
Yeah, it should fix it. That's so funny.
What do you mean, what have I done?
Alright, ticker's fixed. Everything is okay. A-okay.
Let's go. I didn't do anything. I'm not at fault.
Y'all gonna screw up. You're gonna mess around and get pace car view the rest of the night.
I broke Max by introducing him to the pace car cameras. I love that the overlay's like, I don't know what this is. Stop it.
The overlay's like, I'm not gonna let you choose this camera angle. Please stop. So with all of this, 27 cars on the lead lap. Back to Dean Clevitt, who was just involved. Bobby Zielinski also on the lead lap. But Mo Perry has reached the 10.5 minute marks. They are not able to put that left front back on.
You know what?
Quickly.
Mo, are you going to be able to get back out there?
I got my fast repair revoked at the very beginning of the race, and since my left front wheel's broken, I'm done.
Oh, so done.
Yeah, because Indy cars, they very easily can hit the too much damage, we're done thing. Basically, if any of the cars break their wheel to the point where, like, it's just flopping around, it's game.
Okay, Mo, thank you, but we're 3 wide from the start.
That is very heartbreaking because he did not hit the wall that quickly. Yes, he hit the wall, but it was not at a high rate of speed. Here comes Parker White. Big move to the inside. 3 wide for the race lead here at Indianapolis. And Parker White, all the way down to the bottom side of the racetrack, will take the lead back. As we've heard it there, your first retirement will be Mo Perry.
Ooh,
we got multiple cars on the wall!
Oh,
it's another huge one! Oh my! That's the whole field!
There are people making business decisions going down pit lane. Oh my god!
Wrecking.
RODDCAR 500! Indy 500, baby!
We're still wrecking! What? Stop driving! What's happening?
he drove into a parked car!
No! Don't. What happened? Oh my word! We're gonna miss the start because I have to look at so much. What in the heavens? I'm crying. There's tears. I have tears. I'm crying. Okay, so I can't even figure out where this started because the overlay is just full of wreck notifications. I don't think it starts with Dean Clevitt.
It starts with Seth the Merchant, and actually there are people behind him, but
oh my, what in the, oh my goodness. Oh my.
Someone's got to tell Timothy J. Moore that's not how you climb the fence.
That's. So here we go. Seth the Merchant in third. Oh, and his teammate gets tight in front of him. He washes up into the wall, loses it,
and it happens behind him. By the way,
and so we got multiple green cars in the field. Let me just make sure that is Matthew Zwack, not Bobby Zielinski. And it's huge net code between him and Hunter East that sends him flying, taking flight, that collects your pole sitter, Timothy J. Moore. So we'll just, here's Timothy J. Moore. There's Scott Warren. Oh, so just hang on a minute. We're missing the start. So that sends Zwack flying, but it's also DeMerchant coming back up the track. Timothy J. Moore. Michael Frisch, Hunter East catches it again. Scott Warren gets sent flying. I'm trying to look at all this as quick as I can. We'll save the replay. We're gonna make something out of this. Some sort of compilation.
This could be a 5-minute compilation of its own. Just all the
And look who
POVs.
splits the middle, though. In all of this, I know we just saw one of the greatest wrecks of all time.
Cozy?
Cozy just kind of like nonchalantly, just like, hello. Hello.
Does he have the golden horseshoe back?
It just drops through that. And then we're just wrecking repeatedly. Just fast forward. Gabriel Dahari and Gavin Newton, and then who hits the parked car? Like 30 seconds after. Hello, Jaden Carter. There's a car. My man. What in the world? Like, look how long this is after the wreck. And he's going at speed, he's not involved. What happens? What happens to Jaden Carter after the fact? It's a minefield. Yeah, so here we go. We'll speed this up because James Mendez says, please look at my onboard. We're still wrecking there. Hello? And then where's James Mendez and all this?
Is there a legit possibility that he didn't see it because of the thing in, like...
I'm not sure. So here's James Mendez. That's a good point, actually. James Mendez, business decision. Oh my goodness.
Just like hook a left. All right, I'm going through pit lane, but there are cars on pit lane.
Yeah, the only possible explanation for what Jaden Carter just did is this halo device, but you can still see the car. Oh.
For the record, we are green.
Yep, so we're coming back live. Restart. There'll be more later from that, I'm sure. Who's left? We have 20 cars on the lead lap. And now we're getting a little bit desperate. We're fanning out, trying to break the draft.
Why, they were almost wheel to wheel.
3 wide for the race lead. Then we got a crash! Another one!
Oh my god!
Tyler Gary! Huge collision. Going for the race lead.
Okay, who is... Why are there so many people involved in this? Oh, they just drive through each other! Jacob Dunn, I believe, drives through Zelensky? Yeah, oh, no.
So here we go. It is Tucker Minter, Parker White, Tyler Gary, 3 wide for the lead at Indy. Into turn 3. And by the way, we're not at halfway yet. If this is lap 199, I totally understand. But they are forcing the issue. And Tyler Gary just gets sent like a top into the outside wall. Back down the racetrack into Corey Henry. And then we're back with Gary. And then further up the field, it is Tucker Minter that does continue to spin out right in front of, I believe that is
AJ Green.
AJ Green. Destroyed wheels for this man.
We then have
Bobby Zelensky.
Issues with Zelensky, Jacob Dunn.
Oh, he just runs him over. Oh, James
Ross
Mendez
Corlett
is right there.
late.
Oh. Corlett into the back bumper of Tyler Gary just for the KO. Oh, man.
Oh, wait, hold up. Did something happen with Gavin Newton?
Probably.
Well, I didn't, see the actual incident there, but he seems upset in chat and he left. So, now I gotta go back. Or was this from earlier? I think, yeah, this is from way earlier. Never mind.
All right, let's just see it at this point.
Upset. I mean, he's upset about something.
Here we go.
This might have been during the big one.
It has to be. Yeah, he was involved. We're going back to the other wreck since we got time. We just quickly discovered what happened there. So Gabriel Dahari gets him, and then he backs into the inside wall. Mark Jorgensen Jr. just, having a good old time. Rod Flag, I think, goes under him. And his car's already destroyed at this point. We got cars facing the wrong way. He loops it again. And then I
Yeah,
think
he
he's
seemed upset with the Hari.
he's seeing red right here. And, whoa, that's it, whoa. You know? Whoa. And then poor Zelinsky, or that's Zwack. Oh my goodness, it's not appropriate.
All right, go back to the start of this. The Hari says it was netcode. Do we see netcode?
The 36. Let's just back it up.
Yes, Spalding, we are having a great time.
No, I mean, he runs into the back of him. At least from this shot, I mean, he's inside of him. Nevertheless, where's Rod Flag in all of this?
I love the almost coming to a stop.
It's like
because
car literally high above you, like like car high, and I mean in the most literal sense. This is incredible stuff, Rod. Let's just do this every week. I don't think anyone has the patience for
just
it.
100 laps though.
We could do it in 50. Get the same results. It
would be worse.
Who's left?
18 cars, maybe?
Who's left? We're not even halfway.
We're going to have real questions, right? Because we heard it from Mo. A small lick can turn this car just no repair.
Half the field is on pit road, I think, at this point.
So,
yeah.
Like, if we get down to single-digit cars running, like, actually running, like, we're going to have to finish the race, but, like...
Yeah, I mean, then so be it, right? You get the 8 cars left that are racing for a really big payout.
Now, I want to ask, if we somehow get down to 1 car or 2 cars... Like,
on principle, I would probably try to make it the best broadcast of all time at that point. Like, I would be so hype, especially if they're just drafting back and forth for the win.
Yes.
18 cars still in the lead lap. That is over half the field.
Yeah.
So...
I like how Spalding is saying that, like, we didn't expect this.
I didn't think we were
conversations last night. I was like, people practiced more to qualify than they did to run the race.
Yeah.
All right, I knew it was.
We've lost half the field, although almost half the field. Look, this line is significantly smaller.
All right, we're going back to doubling them up. Come on, we can do it now.
Next year, we're doing a 3 wide start. We're really gonna end this sport. 3 wide start next year, and it's going to literally end the sport. So here we go. This is still a very prestigious event. It's the Indy 500. There is a lot of very good guys left in this field, a lot of talent, and we're going to show it. Racing for hundreds of dollars. So there's still a ton to play for, and just look at this top 7 alone.
Parker White, Cozy Jr., Brian Hicks, Mackie Sweat, Mark Jorgensen,
I mean, that
Ryling, Falkingham. There's pro after pro after pro.
Because, again, you spend all week qualifying to get in. It's a single-car run. You have the unlimited grip. You're going full throttle. The race setting is an entire flip. The dirty air is tremendously difficult to navigate.
And even in the back.
You see how easy it is to get into the car above you or just yourself putting it into the wall. And that causes all sorts of problems.
Like, even in the back, coming forward, we're going to have Tyler Gary, Coke Series driver. Tucker Minner, I believe he's made it.
And
I'm not
Michael
sure.
Cozy Jr. out in front at RODDCAR again. Not a great surprise, but you did wonder. It's like, how does somebody... Because I personally have not seen him run at IndyCar. It's like, how does he fare in a combination we've never done? But so far, it is mostly the same names at front. Cozy, Parker White, Falkingham, Jorgensen, Zwack, Henry. And you say, oh, they're going 3 wide again. That's because all they know how to do. These guys are some of the best on the service. Unironically, Cozy's in Coke, Falkingham, Jorgensen, a former champion, but not an E-Coke, whatever they call it nowadays. But there's just so much. There's actual talent. I know it's like, oh, we've had these huge, hilarious wrecks. But when you get down to the business end of what this race is, it is some of the very best on the iRacing service going for a crown jewel event with a couple $100 on the line. And someone argue the race has just now started. You get down to 18 cars, all right, the best of the best, here we go.
Hey, we make it halfway, that's the race starting.
And Timothy J. Moore, your pole sitter obviously launched through the air wildly, but he took his fast repair cars in one piece. He is your pole sitter. Just needs one caution to get back on the lead lap, and then he'll be back in contention.
I think we might actually be in the "we're gonna calm down now" section of the race.
It is. It's an ebb and a flow.
Jacob Dunn pitting. I don't know if that is a necessary stop or but he's there.
Parker White last pitted on lap 63, actually, so this is a little bit interesting. Maybe he just thought we'd continue to get more cautions, but he's a little bit short on fuel compared to the rest of these guys. Cozy, 67, same thing with Brian Hicks. Falkingham, lap 71. For the top three, I guess the top four are all on 3 different strategies, so... And things are definitely calming down now a little bit. You're kind of just getting one-on-one drafting passes. But very impressed by Brian Hicks, who, again, if you missed out on any of the qualifying, the bump day sessions yesterday evening, 10 sessions to get yourself locked into this event, and on the 10th try, he gave himself a time to put himself in on speed. The last spot on speed went to Brian Hicks. Bumped out Colin Forrester, making this his 10th career start once we conclude. And he's running in the podium positions. Led some laps very early on.
And I don't want to give any validation to any unfound allegations, but there are people saying, did we see Brian Hicks do that? Was he the one logged into that account?
Car do it, but there are some questions around the garage area late last night.
I'm sure he did it, but it's funny to speculate.
He said he got some tips from your pole sitter, so that would help. Tell you what, while things are calm again, let's start to raise the intensity just a little bit on our own with another crank it up here as we work lap number 81. Mark Jorgensen Jr. towing the pit road immediately, as we did not make it up through that crank it up segment. And let's take a look at what happened to the driver of the 88 machine. That's a big lift. Our Chase will tell the story here. In behind Brian Hicks and Falkingham. I think he just Gets into the back.
Oh, he lost a wing.
Yeah, so I don't think this is inherently like the latest move in the world to get back in line, but I just think, I mean, it's close, but it's not like, oh my goodness, you just, you put him in the fence yourself. There's a second or two, but he loses the wing and then overcorrects into the wall. And with that, Timothy J. Moore's back on the lead lap. So officially out of the race, even though Mo Perry's been on pit road for 31 minutes, he's not coming back. Frisch is out, Dylan Kem is out, Seth DeMerchant is out, Gavin Newton is out, Hunter East is out, Ross Corlett, and Bobby Zielinski. So 25 cars still on the racetrack, even less than that on the lead lap.
I'm surprised Dahari is still out. 11 laps down? Feels like, that might have been a lot of damage, but...
Yeah, he's still going. Look at 10 now, though. But, in all honesty, we should start to see these rates of cautions decrease little by little. Less competitive cars, the gaps will be pretty big, and
less fast repairs to...
Right, like once you're in, I mean, the entire field has been involved in a wreck now at this point. So if you wreck again big, you're pretty much done. So man, we're not even halfway. Wyatt wins the race off of pit road. It should be 19, I think, on the lead lap, which is still over half the field. Pole sitter's back on the lead lap now, Timothy J. Moore. 100 bucks in his pocket.
This might not go on as long as we thought it might. Lap 85, hour 30 in. If we can get...
The second half of the race is sure to be quicker.
Yeah. Less cautions. I would personally love to see green flag pit stops.
At least you gotta give us one.
Please. I will say please.
I think it's 25 cars still running, so we still have a potential for a big old wreck. If we get one more big one, we're really going to be down under 20 at that point. And it is 19 cars on the lead lap. Back to Tucker Minter. Maggio 2 down, Clavitt, Dunn, Gorman, Bahari, multiple laps down, and then Zielinski onwards out of the race. And it will say that Mo Perry is on pit road, but he is he's out as well. He just hasn't left the server, so it does register him as on pit road, which, I mean, by the literal definition he is, but they are not putting that left front back on. They're just not going to do it. It is 19 cars back in the lead lap. Back to Brandon Cruz Monsivais. Jorgensen still on pit road. I think he very well could be out. I'm not aware of his fast repair status, but I think his tow time would have been done by now. For 5+ minutes, so we'll see.
I heard the front wings were fast to repair, but he did hit that wall really hard.
But here we go, back underway. Joe Swanson, I'm not sure what happened to him, but pretty tame restart, all things considered. Back up front's where the action will be.
I gotta say, if I was in the race right about now, either if my fast repair was gone or not, we're 3 wide.
For the 3rd position. Nick's trying to brave around the outside, keep it on the wall if you can. He'll tuck back in line, side by side for first. And Daniel Falkingham, who kicked off the night by getting airborne. One of our first big wrecks, and Parker White. Not sure what that was all about. He wasn't leading the lines, he didn't have to break the draft, but Falkingham, like we were mentioning, took flight for one of your first huge ones of the night. Now he's all the way back up. P1 leading this field.
Oh, but what I was going to say is, my strategy would be drop so far off the pack that I'm probably going a lap down, but I'm not being involved in anything. I'm making it to the end.
If you did nothing else, would just drop you back every single time, you'd get a top 25 out of this race. They're doing nothing.
And that's speaking on lap 88.
Right.
Like, by the end, you might be top 10, top 12.
So, that move that Parker White made a lap ago is not something that's uncommon if you're leading this race in the closing stage. You are trying so hard to break the draft and not let the car behind you, slip through up to you and pass you. So we'll see cars in the closing stages of this race swerving all the way top to bottom and back and nearly down into pit road entrance wall. Something they've banned in real life. You can imagine why, the dangers of it. If they had a mechanical problem, head on into the the wall, but no need to desperately bob and weave yet. They're going to pass you with 110 laps left. So, we'll send some time to fight for your life in a position that you can get back the next straightaway anyways.
Looking through the field, seeing if everyone's minding their P's and Q's.
And it will get very spread out down, I think, at this point, especially with some of the guys. I know that you try to slow that down, but some of these guys, he said, I haven't been in this car in years. So you wonder, towards the back of the lead lap, how often these guys will run this combination. And they're just like, hey, I want to lead lap, I want to wreck, I'm going to get my 3 spots, and we're chilling a little bit.
We're going to have a little battle here. AJ Green, Brian Hicks, Tyler Gary.
Didn't work out so well the last time Tyler didn't wide, but they'll get by AJ Green. Leads off the floor, but as you've seen all night, it's very temporary. Parker White pulls to the inside at the line. Top speed, I think, achieved tonight, 242 miles an hour.
Even in a video.
And you see on the back of his rear wing, it says aim high. And that's what we did earlier tonight, but aiming high on the final results table is what he's looking to do as well. And doing a brilliant job of that so far. No fast repairs though, so it'll be a little bit nervy for the second half of this race. These two have been trading the lead. It's the Falkingham and Parker White show back and forth. Early on it was Brian Hicks and Timothy J. Moore. It was Parker White, Second Merchant. Posey led for a little bit. Mendez stayed out to lead a lap at one point. So had a handful of different leaders. Here's AJ Green and Brian Hicks going at it. And what is definitely a calmer part of this race, you have to say. We're now settling down, and I think the top guys will want to do green flag pit stops to try and finally pull away and settle it amongst themselves.
If we don't get green flag pit stops, I will be shaming you.
Everybody pitted lastly on 84, so a third of the way into a run here. So 20 more laps and we'll start hearing some possibilities of it. So that's what we got to do for green flag pit stops is 20 laps. And you look at your potential winners from this group, this field that's left. Kind of anybody inside this top 10-ish right now, you could argue redraft maybe. Especially at the halfway point. Say, all right, they put themselves in a good position for the first half. What can they do in the second half? We are catching the lap car of Gabriel Dahari. Not sure what that
was. Neither was I. My cat is knocking stuff off the back of my desk.
Nice.
So, like, I don't know what fell. I just had my headset ripped off.
And you can see Dahari. That wheel. Not even necessarily. I mean, he is back out there. He actually just passed Mark Jorgensen Jr. a lap ago. That thing probably shouldn't have been like that. It's not handling well. He's out there logging laps and gonna pick up a couple freebies. Now, this is the actual racing portion of the first ever RODDCAR Indianapolis 500. It'll be a lot different than the first half of this race. Exactly, pretty much polar opposites of what we saw in the first half of this race. 24 cars remain. Jorgensen on pit road for 13 minutes. Will Perry finally called it a night. So, just waiting on to see if Jorgensen makes it out or not. Gabriel Dahari back on pit road. His car still heavily damaged, steering pointed to the right. Maggio, Clavitt, Jacob Dunn, Scott Warren, the only cars laps down, still running. But it'll turn into some fuel mileage here a little bit. Let's go ahead and we'll start doing some early math now that I think we said, oh, well, we're getting into this portion of the race. So let's do it. We go right about 30-ish. And then put it on 83, 84. So 84 plus 30 gives you 114. 30 more, 144. 30 more, 174. So we're right on the edge. Coming on 114, and then 144, and then trying to stretch it to 174 to make it to the end. So potentially 3 stops remaining in this race. Parker White came into tonight the points leader by 5 points. Putting on a clinic here tonight so far. Looking for his first. I believe it was. I do know this. I did know it at the beginning of the night.
It's the guy he's racing.
Falkingham, that's right.
It is.
So the top 2 in points come in tonight. 1-2 on the racetrack. So going for every possible point. We'll see how it goes down to the end of this thing. Falkingham picked up his first championship last season. Parker White, 10 wins, 47 top 10s, but no championship.
It's gonna be a bad week for Hunter East.
Although they do have 3 drop weeks. Got to crank it up. Redemption from Andrew Tenold will absolutely oblige. Beautiful sounding race car at 230 miles an hour. As we are officially past the halfway point, so first crank it up in the second half of this race. Here we go. Doesn't get you excited about motorsports, I don't know what will.
Just gonna
look at that. Dead
how
heat
much?
the line.
Just gonna see how much tickets are to the ankle Levi for last.
We are about 10 laps away from the first green flag pit stops of the night. Go ahead. Good there for everybody. I would love to see that. That's the only thing we're missing so far. About 30-ish is what everybody has said. Obviously, you can manipulate the fuel savings a little bit by remaining in the draft, so on and so forth. And that is another dead heat at the line. Really, the top 15, about 4.7 seconds. It's not a terribly, spread out field. On Savias, Kevin Spencer, Joe Swanson, and Rod Flagg a little bit further off the pace. Still on the lead lap, but 4 seconds, you can gain a good chunk, a couple of tenths, maybe half a second on and off the road. So nobody's really too far out of this inside that top 15. Gabriel Dahari was on pit road for 6 minutes. He's finally gotten away. Did they get that 36 machine fixed up? The answer is no, as it is still pulling very hard to the right. He's got some unfixable damage there. Just trying to log laps. Nobody behind him is going to pass him because Jorgensen's been on pit road 20 minutes. They're not touching that thing. Same thing as Mo Perry, but Mario was just looking at more people in front of him are having some problems. Pick up some freebies.
Would you believe that there are 3 tickets that will get you to the front stretch? They are all on the pit road clearance. Minimum price of $103.
That's not even that bad.
That's not.
That's really
but
not terrible.
That is on SeatGeek, the only tickets on front stretch. Everything else is not available.
take it. Here we go, 3 wide for a moment there. Jacob Roth making a move. It's tonight. Tucker Minner's your big mover. 23 spots gained for him. Started 31st. $19 cars on the lead lap as we're approaching the first round of green flag pit stops, and I imagine we'll see a little something here. And how about this? Matthew Zwack taking the initiative a little bit, and he'll lead for the first time tonight. Potentially a little fuel saving by Falkingham and White and Zwack. Across the line, and I don't think he let it, but here we go. Corey Henry coming in. First round of green flag pit stops are underway. Fastest lap by anybody in the race was set by that man we were just watching, Corey Henry, 40.32. And who blinks first from your race leaders? We're really right about there. Further back, Electa coming in. This is Corey Henry, 9.6 seconds though. Pit stops are very quick. He's down and away, 44.2 seconds. Pit lane time, 9.6 seconds in his box. I genuinely can't wait for the end of this race. Because they've literally not had a lap where the leader and second place have not, you know. So, coming to the line on that last lap is going to be insane. Assuming they don't all screw it up on pit road.
True.
Because that's where you're going to get your separation. A full fuel run is anywhere between 30 to 34 laps, give or take. 30-ish is what we were told.
If you're here from the start, you know.
That's just awesome.
You just got to be tuned in the entire time. Why wouldn't you want to listen to this?
Yeah. It's still first back to 14th is 5 seconds. If you overshoot your box, you're going to be losing a handful of spots. The margin's still very fine, no room for error. I said we could really see it realistically, this whole field coming in probably about 114 to 117. Corey Henry already came in the last early. But I say about 114 to 117. We'll see some action on pit road from the leaders. Oh, Falkingham from the lead! Yellow is out. And hold everything. No green flag pit stops yet.
Oh, he just got on the rumble strip.
Just got a little bit too low and lost it. But he will be okay to continue, as he just loses the front wing. Got away with one there, as he obviously does not have a fast repair remaining. Henry will get back on the lead lap. Maggio gets one back, as does Dean Clavitt, Jacob Dunn, Scott Warren, and Gabriel Dehari will all get one lap back. Pace car picks up the field. We'll have 19 back on the lead lap.
I'm sad now. I mean, we got one man to pit under green.
Yeah, Corey Henry. Well done. Thank you for your sacrifice. And this will get everybody 114. I mean, we're pitting on 114 anyways, just not under green like I wanted. So 114 gives you about, 134-ish, but it's under yellow, so we'll save a little bit of fuel under caution. So 140-ish. Actually,
if they can save a little, especially this caution speed, they could drag it out to 150.
Yeah, not 140s, but more so the 150-ish, and then put on 180 and you're done. Because 115, we're starting lap 115 when everyone takes fuel. 30-ish laps, 145, but you'll save under the yellows, so that, Kevin Spencer is in the lead of this race. Rod Flag did not get his bonus point like he wanted. So for real-life IndyCar rules, I do not believe they do. I'll be the first to admit I don't watch IndyCar on a very regular basis, pretty much just the Indy 500. Very great race, but I'm not totally familiar. But I do not think they give wave rounds or lucky dogs. You got to earn it back the hard way. But they do wave rounds, I believe. If you're ahead when the caution comes out, I think. But I don't think you get a lucky dog no matter what. But if you are ahead of the leader, you get a waiver. I'm not sure how it works, to be completely honest. We were told, hey, we're doing a Indy 500. We say, hey, we'll broadcast it. Don't know a whole lot, though.
Like how people keep saying in chat, we need more redemptions.
Third week in a row. We have one. We just honestly are too lazy to implement it. We have with solid ideas like full focus onboard view with your favorite driver. That's an easy. So maybe they don't. Okay. But yeah, so you just have to get really lucky on fuel. Because I remember a couple years ago I was watching the 500 and Scott Dixon, one of the heavy hitters of the series, had a problem. He went like 2 laps down early on. And it's like, well, his race is over. Like, effectively, it is over. Something like that. But the rod car rules are still in effect. If you are a lap down when the caution comes out, you get to wave yourself around the pace car. So that we are still keeping it rod car rules. So. Oh, it might have been the one 2 years ago. I'm not sure. I didn't even know if it was Scott Dixon, to be honest. I just know one of the early favorites, maybe 2 years ago, had some issue in the first 20 laps, and they're like, yeah, he's pretty much done. His race is over. Like, thanks for coming. We'll have 2 cautions. Well, he's not getting his laps back. It very well could have been Scott Dixon. I think for the people sitting at home, the RODDCAR Discord, their general chat has been fairly interesting. There was a voice message just posted. I will not say by who. A voice message was put in response. I will say this.
It was 10 minutes long.
So
11.
Josh Stoltz posted an image of the start of the race where we had our wreck before we even got to the line. Racing Pimentel responded with how, and then the voice message was replied to him in an 11-minute response. So, just RODDCAR things. Pace cars off. Parker White in the lead of this race. 19 cars in the lead lap back to Joe Swanson. Maggio 1 lap down. And we're back underway. Cozy Jr. making a move. I believe that is Dylan Briley making a move on Jaden Carter to turn number 1. And they will fan out down the back straightaway very easily, 3 wide. Right all the way down to cover him off. Doesn't want anyone getting to his inside. Going to make them go the long way around into turn number 3. And we are 3 wide for the race lead. Zwack trying to go the hard way all the way around the outside. It's still 3 wide through the short chute. 3 wide into 3. And
Zwack has the momentum, but there's still 3.
They've been 3 wide for an entire lap almost. And here comes Tyler Gary. Don't make it 4 just yet. It's not that time. Back to 2 wide and then back to Cozy into the lead. Great driving from all 3 of them. Tiller now up to 6. Jacob Roth to 7th. Timothy J. Moore back into the top 10. That was your pole sitter. Showed great speed early. Involved in one of the huge ones. A little bit before halfway. Got caught a lap down. And he's now crawling his way back up. Yes, they were 4 wide on lap 4. Doesn't mean they need to be, though. It looks cool, but almost half the field is a lap down. So yeah, it's kind of where you kind of end up with what you deserve at that point, right? 114, give us 30-ish laps, about 145, 150-ish. If we want green flag pit stops, we are running out of opportunities for them. And with the field bunch back up, any slight checkup, any net code can bring out the next caution at any time. I just don't know if we'll get one, unfortunately.
I don't think they hit the quota on wrecked cars yet.
We've still got 19 of them we can wreck. It's an Altus 2-3, very similar paint schemes. White on the outside. And it was just a very unfortunate incident that brought out our last caution. It was Falkingham in the lead of this race, going into turn number 1, just got maybe a half a millimeter too low, caught in the curbing, and kind of self-spun into the inside wall, lost his front wing, and caution came out, so we car incident.
Tenor, I don't know what connections you think we have, but we cannot call Tony Stewart.
No, we can't. We could call another Indianapolis number. We called Drake last week. That's about it as far as our connections in the racing world go.
There is about a 50-50 chance that I could get Braden Lester in here.
No, we cannot call Tony Short. I don't know where this is all of a sudden coming from.
Let's just say Elio Castro Neves, all right? Like, that has just as likely a chance of happening.
I'll ring up Juan Pablo Montoya. Get him on the line and be like, hey, what you think of this
who's got
Indy 500?
Danica?
Dryling, Falkingham, Ryan Hicks, Timothy J. Moore back up to 8th, 1 second off the race lead. I could maybe call Tony the Tiger from the Frosted Flakes, cereal. I'll call Tony Stewart, though. Yeah, be realistic.
Pull up Penske quick. Yeah.
I'll get right on that. We'll honestly, we'll make that a redemption. We get like 1 million channel points, we will attempt to call Roger Penske live on the stream. There you go. Don't know how we would do that, but
I'll call the contact on teampenske.com.
Oh, I need to speak to Roger Penske real quick. I got an idea he needs to hear. The second half has been pretty relaxing compared to the first half, and it was really just that single car spin that kind of bunched everything back up together. Hayden Carter started 12th, he runs 13th. Go on board with him. In the tire tracks of Dylan Dryling. 1.9 seconds off the race lead. All the way back to 17th is 3.2 seconds. Did you really time him out? 10 minutes?
Yeah.
We love our fans.
Not all of them. Some more than others.
So now it's Matthew Zwack and Tucker Minner swapping back and forth.
He said he'd rather watch Bluey than us, so.
I mean, Bluey's like a cultural phenomenon. So.
It's a cartoon Australian Shepherd, I get it, but...
the kids love it. I don't think the kids would love seeing Timothy J. Moore flying into a catch fence.
I think the kids would love it, alright? I used to sit down and watch VHS tapes of, motorsports crashes all the time.
It explains so much about you, present day.
I don't know what...
Oh, that was a big check up there for Parker White. Suppose he did well to not run him completely over. Everybody survives for now. Let's see what happened real quick. We'll just back this up real quick. It was a big lift for him, really. It wasn't anything that the front two did. He just being a little conservative into turn number 1.
I have no idea what that is. I don't watch it. It was just like those compilation VHSs that used to come out. Like it was sports bloopers, and then they had the wrecking stuff. I know I had a Pastrana one. Saying VHS makes me sound really old though.
I would just watch it on YouTube, like NASCAR Crashes 3, with some random rock music over it.
See, but I lived in the era of VHS, and I went
like Here Comes the Boom, NASCAR Crashes 4, like the instant classic of our time. Pretty much.
That and why can I not? Of course, his name's not coming to me. West Virginia highlights.
Tavon Austin.
Tavon Austin. I can see the picture. I can. I know the video. I know the song. Can't remember his name.
For the culture.
First thing I'm ever showing my son whenever he has, cognitive function.
And speaking of For the Culture, college football is back July 16th. Release trailer today. I think with world peace in hand. I think we're very near to achieving world peace.
We'll have to start the YJ Dynasty League. Get Rod in.
Well, here comes Tyler Gary challenging for the lead for the first time tonight. Just taking a peek into one. But he's up to second now. How about Harry Tiller sticking around?
Move?
I don't think Harry Tiller was around much at all for qualifying. And he's 8th right now. 102 career starts before tonight, 38 top 10s, no wins. And how about it if he got his first one at the Indianapolis 500?
That would be insane.
A time like the present. And you just see it. Everyone's single file snaking, just kind of drafting off the person directly in front of them. Walkingham back inside the top 10. See DiMaggio begging for one more caution. Give us 20 cars on the lead lap. Bob the Builder was fantastic. Thomas and Friends. Thomas the Tank Engine, that was great. Clifford the Big Red Dog. Great entertainment.
The best movie on VHS, and if you want to argue, you can with a wall. Small Soldiers.
Never seen it.
Yeah, because you're not. No.
I'm not cultured.
You were born in the year 2000, right?
If you've never seen The Waterboy, there's you're missing.
What?
That's an American classic, right there.
No, all 3 of those.
Come
Waterboy,
on
Billy
now.
Madison, and
Come on.
Oh, Small Soldiers came out the year you were born. Yeah.
Yeah, I would not have seen that. We're just kind of in this phase where we're just kind of on pins and needle. Gabriel Dahari goes another lap down. Just out there logging laps, hoping some guys in front of him have issues. How do you not know Hurdy? Come on, man. You're on an edge just a tiny bit whenever lap traffic gets involved. J.R. Hildebrand will never let him live this down. Ooh, so just like that. Very close on the exit there with Falkingham. J.R. Hildebrand, I just cannot believe this. We're 3 wide casually for second at 235 miles an hour.
Tucker Mentor to the point. What? I'm sorry.
All right.
The chat
Go
is...
watch Smokey and the Bandit now. Unironically, you can. I'll give you permission to stop watching us. Smokey and the Bandit now. And I mean that with full sincerity.
Swag attack in the front. The seriousness of your uncultured comment.
Like, I'm obviously, if you haven't seen Smokey and the Bandit, like, that's a problem.
Parker White's mom just trying to cheer on the drivers in the race. We're like,
and we're talking about some of the greatest movies ever made. Oppenheimer was a fantastic movie, by the way. I'll just die on that hill. That's one of the best movies I've ever seen. And it's not for everybody. Saving Private Ryan. My dad was like, "Hey, you're 10 years old. You don't have to watch Saving Private Ryan. Come on." That kind of shaped my early childhood.
The Scooby-Doo movies, the live-action ones were great.
Oh, that's perfect. We're pushing 11:09 here on the East Coast, lap 135 of 200. Late night here at RODDCAR HQ. For everybody, these drivers especially, we're up just talking about it. They're over there lap after lap after lap, trying to win the Indianapolis 500, so I can only imagine what they're feeling. We've been live for over 2 hours now at this point.
We're going to have to enact the YJ movie nights we talked about a long time ago, just to get Alex to actually...
We're bringing up the community Discord, which reminds me, we need to kind of get organized for our 500 followers. Like, we need to do something for that. I did announce that on Twitter about a month ago, and they have not followed up.
And also, in case we do decide to, host our own events.
Yeah, here, let's. We can get them in here. We'll just plug it.
I got it in chat.
Very nice. Well, join that if you want to.
Also, make sure you add yourself in the homes. Read the stuff in there, please.
The home of YJ.
I spent an entire night building that Discord that no one uses.
There's a little. All right, we'll be honest. There's a little filler that we could put in here. I don't want a whole race to be dominated by, but there's a little filler when we're doing 3+ hour race. We have to have it.
To be fair, I thought this would be a 4-hour race. It said 500 miles.
We were on pace for it in the first half, but we've wrecked so many cars beyond repair that they have no choice but to make laps. Never mind. There goes Falkingham again. Yellow is out. He's going to save it. What a save.
Ooh, what a...
A dream of green flag pit stops. It's just getting murdered over and over and over, though. So, very quickly...
Is it netcode again? I think this is a little more understandable. Maybe?
So here we go. Him and Harry Tiller side by side into turn number 1. Well, that was kind of that was an odd one.
This is more acceptable netcode specifically because that man on the outside's from England.
Well, Harry Tiller was coming down. Well, I mean, Tiller's... No, I take that back. Take it back. Because let's take a look here. He's not... he's not really that different than what was being run right here.
I get that, but I'm saying, like, the actual connection between driver to driver.
I mean, there was going to be contact made anyways, I'd argue, almost.
Probably. But what a save.
So, yeah, there's going to be just slight contact made right there, and then around he goes, cranking it fully to the right. And he does not hit anything. Unlimited sets of tires, so he'll just bolt on a replacement, and he'll be A-okay to continue. But he brought out the last 2 cautions. So he made up his track position all the way back to 10th, and he's all the way back down to 19th. Let's go on board with him. He was working. Busy man inside the cockpit. Everybody coming down. But finally, Rod Flag will lead his lap. finally crosses the yard of bricks. Steven Maggio gets back on the lead lap. That'll give us 20 cars. And honestly, 140 laps into this thing, 20 cars on the lead lap, it's not terrible. It's not terrible.
Still over half?
Yeah.
I want to go back to the movie stuff, specifically because I went back, like I went into our Discord and looked, because there is a movie suggestion for movie night. And the fact that the first one ever suggested was Joyride 2001, the Paul Walker thriller. It's just... it's impressive.
I requested Ford versus Ferrari.
Great movie. At some point, we'll actually have to build a community.
Yeah.
You know, the thing we've said we'd do for a year and a half now.
Yeah, well, you know.
Man had a kid and is shirking the responsibilities to being a full-time content creator. Hate to see it.
It does not pay the bills. Does not.
I mean,
does
it can pay it for a little bit.
It does not feed him permanently. Okay, if you know anybody that's willing to pay, shell out a couple bucks for some of the best broadcasters known to man.
And by a lot.
So Rod Flag finally leads his lap. That leaves Cozy in front with 60 laps to go. It should be one more stop remaining if they can actually get a full run in. And you can see guys double pitting for fuel further back. I go to work every day. I work an 8 to 5. Art doesn't work, so if you actually put him to work, I don't know what his response will be.
I would do it, but I don't know if my like, if I tried to stream, there's not going to be any grandstands. That you're going to get, you know, maybe 20 cars on screen at once.
You can't do the fan cam because there's no fans.
Exactly, right? Like, my computer is on its last leg. It is struggling. It is, you know, the grandma, when the dude's like, chocolate? It's that. It's in a wheelchair. It needs help. It is.
We'll start a GoFundMe.
No one's funding me. We ain't got those kind of fans, sadly.
Hey, listen, I need blind delusion from everyone that supports us.
If I was able to get a new computer through this, you know, the YJ stuff,
to be fair, if you would have saved up money from the very first day to now, you could have bought it multiple times over.
Yeah, but I have had expenses in life, like buying NCAA or EA College Sports 25. All right, like, I'm sorry.
That's true.
I can't hit up Trinity PC. I am broke. It's not about me just needing a new PC and where to get it. I can't afford it.
It's like, I know where to get my PC parts from. I can't click purchase. I can't click buy now. I can put them in the cart, but I can't continue the process. What is continuing is the RODDCAR Indy 500 back underway. 59 laps to go. Michael Cozy Jr. back out in front. But for how much longer? We'll see when we get to the back straightaway. Three wide here for the race lead. Underneath the white line is Parker White. Inches apart. 3 wide for the lead, heading into turn number 3. Zwack drops off, still side by side, and I think Parker White with a slight advantage through 3, but Cozy fighting back on the exit of 4. Tyler Gary right there getting a run. Same thing with Matthew Zwack. These 4 have pulled away a tiny bit on AJ Green.
Caution.
Just like that, it's Jaden Carter. And there's a shower of parts. I think Rod Flag was involved. Steven Maggio, who just got back on the lead lap, can't buy a break. Let's take a look here. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh my goodness.
Ooh, this was
This was bad.
Oh, Rod. Oh. That was literally like a Beyblade.
So a big checkup between Dylan Driley and Corey Henry. And then it is Brian Hicks getting into the back of Jaden Carter. James Mendez right through him. And that gets him into the wall, down the racetrack, into the 81 Amaggio and Rod Flag. Oh my goodness. So yeah, everyone involved in that had a hard hit. Everybody. So we'll see who has a fast repair, who doesn't out of that, and who's going to continue.
Well, Mendez is already gone.
That answers that question. Maggio driving it back around himself, not electing to tow. And I think that's, yeah, he's going to need a little bit of help. Let's go blimp view on that. That should be like kind of the all-encompassing. I do love the blimp view here.
How are we going to be asked for a Brad Keselowski driver?
I mean, can we be serious for a second? Like, so blimp view from Jaden Carter's point of view. You'll see the checkup here. Just an absolute chain reaction if there ever was one. Poor Rod. One of Rod Flags. You know that meme? It's like scientists, were too preoccupied with, whatever it was, that they didn't stop to think if they should actually do it. It's like Rod was so enamored by the RODDCAR Indy 500, so he didn't stop to think, what he would end up creating.
What, the best show on iRacing?
Right.
Something that's had 45 people on the edge of their seats for 2.5 hours?
Pretty much, but yeah, let's see. We actually have our own emotes.
Wow, tell them to use the wrong yellow flag.
Ours is better. Well, it's not the white flag, that's for sure. We
need more emotes as well.
We still got 55.
We stopped improving like a year ago. Well, improving on the Twitch side of things.
Can we get a couple emotes of tonight's Rex somehow?
We could, but
that'd be good.
Audrey needs more, just more. Give us money.
Tell us more. Tell us what you need from us. Tell us. We are always open to feedback. Unironically, it helps us improve.
Channel, we are not putting you in our emotes. I'm sorry.
Especially not you as the kiss.
Not shirtless in Kiss.
No, I don't even think Twitch would accept that. I'm sorry. But, so, Jaden Carter is towing to pit road. Maggio drove it back around. Obviously, no fast repair. Rod.
Y'all want TTSL to join the booth for the last 50?
No.
Maybe not the last 50, but y'all could join the booth for a little bit. Bring y'all up one by one.
Yeah, I'm gonna just overrule that. Just
wow, I'm not trying to get more people in here. I'm trying to argue with Wyatt.
You can do that in your own free time. But we're closing in on the business end of this, and I would just make parked car references, and it wouldn't go well.
Yeah. I can't even do it on my free time. They won't let me in the TTSL room. That's a good
point. They don't want your kind.
Honestly.
So 16 cars on the lead lap now. That is less than half the field. It is 32 drivers.
We're evolving.
Under half the field is on the lead lap. Wyatt, you did it first, so you're not off the hook.
See, you're the first that we've focused in on. Like, it is your thing now. It's now pulling a Wyatt.
Right. You're a verb. So congratulations for that. One more pit stop required. We need to go to lap 170-ish to pit. And pace car is off. Michael Cozy Jr. leads the field of 16 lead lap cars. We're back underway.
Tyler Gary already making a pass.
Tobias all the way up to 6th. Can Brian Hicks, Timothy J. Moore do? They had great speed in the first part of this race, but haven't really regathered it since then. 3 wide for the lead. Montsevias making a big move. It's 3 by 3 for your top 6, heading into turn number 3. They all survive for now. Montsevias up to 4th temporarily.
He's gonna have Gary on his outside with a little bit of drafting help.
Doesn't have any drafting help now at the moment. Going to be looking at losing that spot to Gary. On the outside, but he's well held on the bottom, not going away just yet. AJ Green right there in 6th. Great runs for them. Harry Tiller 7th. Falkingham back up to 8th again. What is that comment
still making
from Tennant?
Yeah, I didn't want to say anything about it at all, honestly.
I just thought,
No. You didn't have to reference it at all. We could have just ignored it.
No, top 2. Ooh, that was a little close on the exit between your top 2. Ryan Tiller don't race no rod car. He did actually. He raced 1 race. He's been here 1 time.
And then they left us.
They did in fact leave us. Biggest mover. Brandon Cruz Montsevias plus 22. Oh! A little bit of contact between Brian Hicks and AJ Green. Here comes Falkingham to the inside of Harry Tiller. They all escape that for now. This was the last lap of the Indianapolis 500. It's Parker White defending from Cozy coming to the line. And Cozy, that's how you know it's not the last lap, because I think he's actually working with Parker White, trying to build a gap. That almost might have been a bump trap there. Let's do this right here.
He's going back in the slow-mo. He's going to look at it.
Look at that. He is staying in line, saving fuel, and Matthew Zwack says, thank you very much. You guys are trying to work together to save fuel. I'll just take the lead.
There's the Zwack attack in front.
He's taking another look at this. Pulls down to the inside, passes them both, going off into 3. And just like that, though, Parker White back out in front. Laps to go, 100 miles remaining. Back to the fuel window open for the final stops in 20 laps. 16 on the lead lap, separated by just 3 seconds. That was the last lap. That would have Parker White's Indy 500.
Almost a considerable margin, too. Usually it's, within the hundreds. Or was it thousands?
I don't think you necessarily have to save any fuel. Everybody except there's a couple guys. Zwack, Parker White, Cozy, AJ Green, Montsevias, and Rod. So those that were just listed, pitted on 139. And it's a question mark if they full push the entire stint. 3 wide into turn number 1. Gary was thinking about it. Has to check up and lose 3rd back to Cozy. Things are heating up there. You're seeing these aggressive moves being made for track position.
I'm going to say, I don't think Gary just thought about it. He was trying to attempt it.
But those that we mentioned, the 139 guys, I mean, it's a slight question mark if they make it to 170. It should be. And then they're good to the end. But everybody else put it on 144, so they really don't have to save any fuel. They're going to pit at like 172-ish or 174-ish, 30 laps-ish or whatever. and they can comfortably make it to the end after there, assuming there's no green-white checkers.
I just want to say, Falkingham has made his way back up to 7th. And, you know,
he's driving with a purpose at this point. He's brought out 2 of the last 3 cautions, one of which was not necessarily his fault. And he's had great speed in the second half of this race, so we'll see what kind of noise he can make as we are approaching 45 laps to go.
He's also one of the few drivers who's actually able to make consistent passes.
He drove from the back to the front twice now. So of that last wreck, it must be said, Maggio, Jaden Carter, obviously those cars need to be fixed. So, give us 19 and 20 and 21. Joe Swanson and Gabriel Dahari multiple laps back, even from the cars on pit road, so they're hoping to gain some freebies later on tonight.
Swanson said his computer blue screened mid-race.
That looks like he was on pit road early in the race, just kind of sitting there.
We got 2 passes here. Tyler Gary going 3 wide.
Into turn number 1 again, and it's going to stick that time.
He's not gonna have the momentum.
It sticks, but he doesn't hold the position. That's been I will say for that the scoring pylon thought, that's just been kind of the subconscious in the back of my mind. We're 3 wide for the race lead, trying desperately to get that clean air. But it's that, lane and a half up.
No help.
We'll see here on the front stretch.
He's gonna have help.
Scoring
No,
pylon.
he's not.
Oh, 3 wide. Cozy all the way down to the wall, and he's going to be clear into the lead. What a move!
I thought Cozy was going to fall in line and potentially push or just give the arrow draft to Tyler Gary. He wanted to for himself.
Yeah, but that's a good... That scoring pylon, I'm pretty sure it would be just they would fly through it. But in real life, that's actually kind of like please don't ever have somebody ramp off of somebody. That scoring pylon, kind of in an awkward spot if you really think about it.
I've never thought.
Just be real for a second now. We've seen the wrecks on front stretch this evening. You know what I mean? It's
never in my life have I thought about it, but now that it's in my mind, it's like
every lap you're just like, please don't.
It's like don't do it, but like.
In iRacing, you're allowed to do it. Never and ever do I want to see something even get close to that in real life, because that would just be...
I don't even necessarily like seeing crashes in real life, because like that's not the spirit of motorsport. But like they're enjoyable to watch, but it's like I don't want it to happen.
Yeah. It's 11:31 here on the East Coast. Appreciate everyone that's still up with us here for the conclusion of the first ever RODDCAR Indianapolis 500.
Is this fuel saving?
4107? Not necessarily.
I mean, just whack, no attempt to pass there, 4 cars just sticking in a line.
Well, in that case. Yeah, that's a little bit of fuel saving right there. To make that final pit stop just that little bit shorter as well. If we get green flag pit stops. The top 15 separated by just 3 seconds. So if there's one big one left, it could still claim a decent number of these leaders.
Still claim everybody. Well,
everybody
not
except
Rod.
Little Kevin Spencer just hanging out at the back here. Gonna claim at worst maybe a 60th place finish, so as long as he keeps that car clean. On board here with Tyler Gary. 40 laps to go when we cross the stripe. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty. Tyler Gary not saving any fuel. Right to the inside of Matthews Wack for second, to the inside of Cozy. Side by side into turn number 1. Cozy sweeps around the outside. Takes the lead back just like that. ready to go. Let's crank it up one final time tonight here live on YJ Media. It's the first annual ever, whatever, inaugural, whatever you call it, RODDCAR Indy 500. Made it up through that crank it up segment squeaky clean. Side by side photo finish there. Tyler Gary would have had that by I think 0.03 of a second. These top two ever so slightly, putting a tiny bit of a gap.
We've now lost Jaden Carter.
Officially.
Yeah.
No offense to the car still on pit road, but they're still listed as pitting. It's like Jorgensen's been on pit road for over an hour. It's like you're out of the race.
Hey, he's just sitting back watching it.
Yeah, he's having a good old time watching the conclusion of this race. We are dangerously close to the final fuel window being open. When do you make that final stop? We haven't had a green flag pit stop tonight, so I can't tell you what the mindset of these drivers would be. Do we pit the second the window opens, or do we just do the splash and go at the end? Don't even get me started about tires. 15 drivers separated by 3.8 seconds back to Rod Flag. Kevin Spencer kind of chilling on his own in 16th, but on the lead lap. Tucker Minter just set his fastest lap of the race, a 40.74. He's up to 6th. The pole sitter sits 9th. Brian Hicks started 3rd. He sits 8th. He had great speed early, but have faded a little bit. Do we have anything left for these guys?
I think we'll see a new beast once we get, if we can get green
Everybody's
flag
just
pit
so
stops.
content to run single file right now. I mean, it is literally the whole field single file or on their own, which is Gabriel Dahari. So, I mean, they could just want to say, hey, right there, though, here we go. Goes you way down to the inside. But you almost wonder if you have practiced this you are begging for it to go green. Said, hey, I practiced this week, not only qualifying.
Parker White has issues. We're going to have a caution.
And that's going to collect your pole sitter. AJ Green is literally riding the fence, or the safer barrier. Timothy J. Moore is done. I think. No, he's not. All four wheels still attached. He got a huge shot. And Parker White jumps to pit road. AJ Green does as well. We did not get green flag pit stops tonight. I am incredibly sad. Let's take a look at what happened.
It looks like Parker White gets arrow loose due to Tucker Minner. Or just
it gets goodness. Oh my.
Yeah, he loses a ton of momentum, gets run over by AJ Green.
Yellow is out. He was just chilling in fourth. He just looked all out of shape the entire time. I mean, like something happened. Tucker Minner wasn't like that close up on him. He just I don't know what that was.
Ooh, you see, it wobbles on quarter, like mid corner.
Let's go on board with him and just see kind of the hands here. That's just so weird.
It's just the smallest movement.
And it just like kind of completely unsettles the car. I mean, just completely out of shape. It almost looked like he had a mechanical problem or something something broke. And he just couldn't turn anymore. Okay, let's just see here. AJ Green. Well, actually, I think I know what it is here. He gets a little arrow tight behind Zwack, washes up, and does not want to kill Tucker Minner. So he is just completely out of the throttle at that point. Now we see the full picture. He does not want to put Tucker Minner into the wall. Gets put in a really bad spot, and here comes AJ Green to finish him off. And I mean, he kind of just assumed. I mean,
AJ Green POV is something else.
I mean, he just kind of assumes he's going to make it, right? I mean, he doesn't really react. He just kind of drives through them. You know what I mean? Like, there's no, I got to make a move here. It's just right into the right rear, and then that's going to kick this off. And he's going to go for a heck of a ride. Collects Timothy J. Moore, your pole sitter. In the aftermath. Goes right up into him. And a couple drivers, they're late. Taking evasive maneuvers through the grass, and that'll limit us yet again. Parker White, though, did have a fast repair. So he is back in it. Back in it. J. Moore. I did not see any wheels hanging off that car, but he had significant front wing damage. So we'll go at least one lap down here. 30 laps to go. We should not need to pit again, but if we get a late race caution with 10 to go or something, you can bet everybody's coming in for tires.
The pylon is unfortunately not solid.
Yeah, I kind of figured that.
How do you get that information? How do you manage to actually get into it?
Pretty much. I'm just curious on the wreck that got that man in that situation to fly through it. It'll be 30 laps to go. 29 on the restart. We are ready to rock and roll for what could be the sprint to the finish. Pace car is off, and this field is completely broke. But it's Cozy from Falkingham's Whack. Tyler Gary, Tucker Minter, your top 5. And now we're getting the elbows out. If they weren't already, they are out now. 15 cars on the lead lap. AJ Green, Jacob Dunn, 1 lap down, still running. Need 1 more caution to get back on the lead lap. And here we go.
They're going to be 3,
4 wide for the race lead here in the closing stages. Tucker Minter around the outside. Will it stick for him? Oh, somebody!
Hicks!
Huge wreck for Brian Hicks. Yellow out immediately. Also involved Jacob Roth.
I think that's going to be 2 more cars gone from this race.
Yeah, that's...
it just gets tight on him.
I mean, where are you going to go? There's dirty air literally everywhere in front of you. I mean, there's nowhere to escape, and he just washes up into the fence, right down into Jacob Roth. Big wreck for both of them. Good news for Dean Clabbett. Jacob Dunn and AJ Green, they get their laps back immediately.
Love the chat. They made it this time, kinda. Immediately followed by that.
Whew. Now we're really good on fuel. We will most likely finish this on a Saturday in the East Coast.
Thankfully, it's still Friday for me. Again, not as long as, it really could have been. Down to the last 25 laps here.
What was we didn't have an over-under. There's no quota, but I think we have wrecked enough, yes. Under half the field will be on a lead lap at the finish, so... Well, we get a couple more back. Jacob Dunn, AJ Green back in the lead lap. East Coast is best coast.
No.
Yes, it is.
Nope.
I mean, the Central doesn't even have an argument. It's either Eastern time is the best or Pacific time is the best. The Central has no argument in this. They're just useless.
See, we get to watch all sports
in a
relatively
in a flyover
decent
state.
time.
People fly over you to get to where they actually want to go.
Yeah, the second largest city in the country?
Nobody cares about Chicago.
What do you mean?
Nobody cares about the White Sox or the Cubs, the Bulls or poverty. Nobody cares.
People do care. I don't personally, but it's not a flyover.
See, you're trying to brag about it. He's like, I don't even care about it either. Nobody cares. Chicagoland's the best thing about it, and it's not even in Chicago. The Cubs are poverty.
I agree. But, I mean, at least, we have a team. Iowa doesn't have a team. That's a flyover state.
Nobody cares about Iowa either.
True. So are the Bears.
Nobody cares about the back. I forgot about them. That's how irrelevant they are. I didn't even name them in my ranting insult of Chicago. Actually, Chicago Street Course is probably the best thing to come out of Chicago. That race was great.
I'm still trying to figure out what Tenold meant by, who all came from that league. Who came where? Here?
I don't know.
That had nothing to do with what's going on. No, I get what you're talking about, Tenold. I understand. But it doesn't make sense in any context for what is going on currently.
It will...
Why am I trying to be challenged to Rocket League right now? I'm in the middle of something.
He said tonight, to be fair. Oh, now he followed it up with right now. Okay. 1v1. Well, no, Wyatt said 1v1 car soccer match tonight, and then Kyle said right now. We are pacing.
I mean, Dylan said right now.
So is this 15 on the lead lap? It is. And there is a stark difference. The closest man to being back on the lead lap is Jacob Roth, and he's on pit road. Ryan Hicks is out. He came a very long way to even get in the show. Next closest to getting back on the lead lap. But then be Scott Warren, who I believe is 3 laps down anyways.
Oh, by the way, we got rated by Ryan Hicks. Didn't even mention that.
Oh.
Did appreciate it.
Yeah.
Like, it sucks that your race was over.
But,
Wait. McElroy was watching Hicks, but not us?
why?
The disrespect seeing that.
I didn't even see that we had gotten rated. That was no notification. It's interesting. Huh. Here we go. The conclusion of the RODDCAR Indy 500. 25 laps to go. And here we go. Elbows out yet again. 15 cars on the lead lap. Well under half the field. If you have a fast repair right now, you can force the issue and put yourself in a really good spot. Take out a bunch of cars and... See the Altus boys on the inside there.
I mean,
Corey Henry shot out of a cannon and nowhere to take the run. Pretty wide for the race lead. Through the short chute and into Ford. And we're wrecking further back. But it's on pit road. Jacob Dunn's night has to be over. Scott Warren getting into the wall and into Jacob Dunn, and they both enter pit road anyways, so no caution. Even more cars out of this now.
Are we going to end so far 13 cars? We're 3 wide once again for the lead.
Here comes Matthew Zwack to the inside. He'll take the spot. And if you have any pace, if you think you can break away from the guys behind you, now's the time to do it. Leave 5th, 6th, so on in the dust. Settle it amongst 4 cars. You don't want everyone coming in here and drafting with you. And here comes Cozy back to the bottom. He'll take the top spot away. 23 laps to go. 14 cars on the lead lap. DJ Moore is back out. He'll get around Jacob Dunn. Almost wondered if it was going to be a late move there from Parker White, but have to be disciplined here. You can make a reckless move at the last possible second to the inside, but there is some sort of smoke going on the front stretch. Somebody on pit road, I think, is just lighting them up. I think it's Scott Warren. Yeah, that's he's having a moment.
That engine's just gone.
And it is 5 cars, you'd argue at this point, that have a shot for the win. 5 cars separated by a second, 6 on back.
We're going to be 3 wide. Parker White taking the lead once again.
I think it's anyone from this top 5, as long as they don't take each other out of the race. 6 on back, great finishes, but not quite close enough yet.
You could definitely see Tucker Minter potentially get, if he can get that draft and close up, he would have a shot.
But it's also kind of where the guys behind you, Brandon Cruz, Montserrat, Riley, and Tiller, just stay in line. And we got trouble! Cozy into the wall! Right front destroyed. No caution yet.
Caution out.
Caution now out. And Michael Cozy Jr. We contact with Matthew Zwack. Just like that.
With how he's driving, though, I'm going to assume he has a fast repair.
So here we go, off into turn number... Well, don't want to fast forward it. We want to do the 1/4 speed into turn number 1. And you think you're clear, and it's just the slightest little touch going to send him right to the outside wall. Doesn't collect anybody else. Go live, and yeah, he's driving that thing back, but he can't. Pit's not open yet. So yeah, obviously not trying to tow this late into the race. get you too far behind track position-wise or laps-wise. So he's going to suffer for another lap, come in, take the fast repair, and go for broke in the final 18, 17 laps.
Harry paints with the crepey pasta edition of YG
this
Rocket.
Yeah, it's a struggle, but he will make it. Should have a fast repair. Everybody should be coming in for tires, I imagine. Don't want to be left out, stranded. There will always be one person to take a gamble, though. And that person is Brandon Cruz Monsivais. We'll just get the confirmation. You should see that right front stop, kind of dangling around. It should be put right back on. Fast repair should be enabled for Michael Cozy Jr. Get the final confirmation here in just a second, as long as he can get into his box. And there it is. So there's one fast repair. Made it 180 laps.
I was going to say, got to be a lucky man to make it 180 laps with no fast repair.
Brandon Cruz Monsivais has 12 lap older tires than the rest of the field, but he is leading the Indianapolis 500 inside of 20 to go. And we are really about to see some aggressive moves being made. Timothy J. Moore not inherently out of it. 3 more cautions. I could actually see that, to be fair, with as aggressive as we're about to get. But he just hasn't had the same speed since losing all that track position. We should get the lights off this time by, so the restart will come with 17 laps to go. We just cracked the 3-hour mark. It is 11:55 here on the East Coast.
We really got who won, Drake or Kendrick?
It's been a long night. And it's not anywhere close to being settled yet. It'll be 12 cars on the lead lap. AJ Green and Corey Henry are both 1 lap down. So they could act. I mean, 1 more caution is very realistic. But then if we have 1 more caution, who's going to be taken out of contention? Whose car is broken beyond repair? So you gain 2, how many do you lose? It's a never-ending puzzle. Lights are off on top of the pace car. It'll be 17 laps to go. Out of the 500 miles that are scheduled, we only have 42 and a half left. We got some wild comments.
I've got things in chat that just really shouldn't be in a Twitch chat.
Yeah.
There are people's moms in Twitch chat right now, by the way.
Hey, I'll be polite.
Y'all gotta do better.
PG-13. PG-13. The Recs tonight have been R-rated, but the chats must be PG-13. Well, requested PG-13. Y'all do what y'all want. Adults, maybe. I don't know. Here we go. Pace cars off. Brandon Cruz Monsivais on old tires. Gonna try and gamble. With 17 laps to go to be the tallest task he's ever had. And Tyler Garrett with front wing damage on the start, but it's back. I don't know. We'll see into turn number 1. Buckingham trying to go the hard way around, all the way on the outside. Gonna be 3 wide aggressive move here from Parker White.
3 wide before they even got to turn 2.
Monsivais on the older tires, just trying to hang on. 4 wide for the race lead.
How are those tires going to hold for Monsivais being 4?
He's stuck in the middle. He's
He's
backing it up. Big collision.
Big one.
Cozy's out. Sliding in.
That's also Tucker Minner. That's Harry
Tiller. And just like that, the old tires, that's it. You're done. And he actually makes it through. People will be very unhappy about that.
Kevin A. Spencer also in this late. Oh, he tried to back out of it, but that was the worst move because you have drivers who got full speed, brother.
Yeah, he backed out of it on the old tires, but then it's like, why did you stay out on the old tires anyways? But a massive checkup in front of Tucker Minner. Harry Tiller, no time to react at all. Up into Cozy right front, gone. Cozy is out of the RODDCAR Indianapolis 500. Spencer in there late. It's a racing incident, but it was directly caused by someone staying out on old tires. And then if you're not going to keep your foot in it with 17 laps to go, in my opinion, you shouldn't have stayed out.
Agreed.
That is my opinion.
You can't wimp out.
I don't care that you're on old tires. You made your decision to stay out on old tires, so you better just go foot to the floor. I don't care. That's my opinion of it.
That is.
And Cozy, so the tire was off, but he's still going.
Interesting.
So at this point, though, if you know you have the meatball coming in that's going to be on repair, just do 2 of the 3 laps to get as many laps as possible before serving the meatball not being able to move again, just in case. That's how I always did it. It's like, all right, you got 3 laps to come in and serve the meatball. Well, I'll do 2, and then, oh, you got too much damage. Well, I get an extra 2 laps, and the people on the wreck, I'm guaranteed to finish ahead of them. So we'll see if he can somehow get back out again, because it's absolutely pure chaos. And I'm not sure why Montsevias didn't pit a second time, though. Or at least come in now, because you've lost the lead. So you might as well come in and get fresher tires than the guys ahead of you anyways.
Wait, did he stay out again?
He did stay out again. I don't understand
why.
That I didn't understand.
There are no tire limits here. Cozy got a new front wing. Just waiting for that rear wing.
Yeah. Interesting. If he, I don't know. The tire looked off for me, so.
I mean, if he gets to going.
Kevin.
I mean, they wouldn't just put on a new wing if, like, the damage was unrepairable. So.
Who arca braked Kevin here?
No.
Oh,
no. No.
He's not making friends.
He's 15 laps down!
Yeah, that's not. I didn't know that.
And he's coming back out on the track. No, brother. Stop.
It's time to park it. There's no one behind you that can pass you.
I mean, technically,
he'll pass Brian Hicks next lap and Jacob Ross, so he's still gaining positions. But brother, you can't. I mean, you shouldn't be hitting anything 15 laps down. Just stay out of the way.
Cozy's still not out.
So he's officially a lap down. With 14 laps to go, it is 10 cars on the lead lap to settle.
Miguel, you don't got to remind me that I said it would potentially be a 4-hour race. Like, we were going good. Like, we got down to 20 cars, maybe on track, and we were flying through it. And then, now we're not, right? Things change.
So
life
the
comes at you
cautions
fast.
Tonight, I can actually figure this out. 1, 2, 3. Just give me a second. I have to lock in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 cautions. 18 cautions.
Didn't realize we were going head-to-head with IDK player. To be honest. Yeah.
Well.
Luckily he's not live anymore, but I didn't realize we weren't.
Conclusion of ours. Or how many lead lap cars he had finish, huh? He didn't wreck as much stuff as we did. 10 cars to settle it. And it's not over yet. And we're underway. And I don't think we're done wrecking yet. There's a lot of money on the line. Rod Flag has been kind of just at the back all night. He's 7th. 13 laps is a long time here at Indy. And 3 wide for the race lead. Here comes Dylan Dreiling. Draft Heart 300 winner last year, trying to add another crown jewel to his impressive resume. Marco White around the outside, hoping it sticks almost into the wall, but he's clear. Side by side for second behind him, and now we're going to see the aggressive moves wrecking behind him. It's Rod Flag. Yellow is out, 19th. Caution's car's destroyed.
If he can get it going, he still has a chance.
He has no fast repair, though.
But we've heard these wings are pretty quick to replace, so as long as it's like nothing hits
Corey Henry. And he just loses it. That's unfortunately a mistake all on his own.
Hold up.
Unless it was netcode, but we'll take the better look. But he's trying to brave it around the outside. Oh, it was netcode because he does. It was netcode. Yeah, he didn't get loose. It just all of a sudden snapped on him.
Oh, the wheel is entirely off the right front of Rod's car.
So yeah, he's like, I mean, yeah. So netcode takes out a glorious leader. Oh, and it breaks after the fact though. Look at this. Oh, Rod. Oh no, that's why it broke. Oh no. No, Rod, not like that. No. Oh, one more time. Please,
that man pays us. Stop it.
I'm so sorry. Oh, he's still going. He's a trooper. He's still going. You can't hold him back. Oh, man. What a night as it is officially Saturday, 12:06 on the East Coast. 3 hours, 12 minutes we've been live. And yes, that will be 9 cars on the lead lap out of the 33 that started. A lot of heavy hitters have fallen by the wayside. Beginning, middle, and end. It's been the entire night. You just see the list at the top of your screen.
If the pace car wins, I get the money. Alright, you know what? Gimme.
9 cars, and Rod has finally made it. That will be his resting place. Timothy J. Moore, I think, will be 2 laps down now, and he's not necessarily out of this. I thought he's 1 lap down, so yeah, we could get that 9th car back. 71 viewers for the conclusion of the first ever RODDCAR Indianapolis 500. And what has been the understatement of the year, a wild one. Highlights will be posted sometime later this weekend and be early next week. There's a lot to go through, but be sure to stay tuned into our Twitter accounts for some clips.
What is chat? I'm gonna get banned. Like, I'm banned from chatting.
But it is 9 cars on the lead lap. It'll be 9 laps to go when we get the restart. Timothy J. Moore is the only person that can get back on the lead lap at this point. I mean, that's it. So at most, it's 10 cars the rest of the way. He's 1 lap down. The next closest man laps down on the track is 9 laps down. Rod, I mean, he's done. Cozy's been on pit road for 8 minutes, 9 for Spencer, 9 for... So, I mean, it's literally 10 cars left that can win this thing. So, 19 cautions. 9 cars on the lead lap. Several running at various states of disrepair further back just to pick off some spots here and there. You see the ticker as it scrolls by.
Just out.
17 laps down, guy in front of him out, so he's still chasing him, so.
I'll be honest, McElroy, when he said, I want 1 cat left, I thought you were just calling them cats. Like, I mean...
I want one cool cat left in this race.
Hey, you could be old enough to use that as slang.
Here we go. 9 laps. Single digits when we cross the stripe. And that line is significantly smaller than what it was at 9 o'clock Eastern. Green flag back in the air. Parker White gets us back underway. And they're still going to put on a show, though. We'll see 3 wide of the 9 cars on the lead lap for the race lead.
If Tyler Gary had the momentum, he sure would have done it there.
And I know Falkingham doesn't have a fast repair. I don't know about the rest, to be honest with you. I just know off the top of my head Falkingham does it.
Tyler Gary, I don't think does.
It's 3 wide. 3 of the 9 cars are side by side for the race lead. Margins are ultra fine.
I can't wait to get a big run.
He's going to take it. Every run you get, you have to take now. Track position is important as it's ever been. Nobody lifted. I don't think anyone lifted going into turn number 1. Nobody lifted going into turn number 2. Here comes Zwack with a run. Dylan Dreiling right there. Monsivais trying to fight back. Gary to the inside. 3 wide. I love it. The real-life version of the Indy 500, we always show the spotters at this point in the race. And you just see 3 wide, clear, clear, clear. That's what they're saying right now. That's what you're hoping to hear if you're any one of these front 3. Get me clear.
Falkingham, almost.
Big move to the inside. Zwack right there as well. Can it be 4 wide of the 9 lead lap cars? We'll have a shot at it down the back straightaway if they can keep it in one piece. Here comes Monsivais, who still hasn't pitted. I'm not sure how you don't pit with 9 laps left, or, you know, this, I don't know.
With this few cars?
If you're in the back of the 9 cars, I feel like you take tires and you have a shot at it, especially on that last caution, but I digress. Here we go. Coming to 6 laps to go. If there's one more caution and you're at the back, you have to take a set of tires. Just try and steal one. Parker White in the lead. Side by side for second. He's kind of trying to break the draft all the way down to pit entry.
Going to be 3 wide behind him.
Monsivais is still fighting. Very impressive on his older tires. 3 wide for second. Tyler Gary, slight advantage. Zwack fighting back on the outside. This is what Parker White needs to see. Gary gets clear all the way down, trying to break the draft. Gary almost blocks Zwack into the wall. Here comes Falkingham. He's going to split them all to the outside of Parker White. Side by side again for the race leader to turn number 3. An incredible display with just 9 laps remaining, or now 9 cars on the lead lap, and they're still putting on a fantastic display.
Gary wobbled there. He's going to drop back. It's going to take a fight for him to get back to the front.
3 wide again for the race lead. Parker White, not a champion, but a multi-time race winner. If he wins tonight, he gets $200. Daniel Falkingham, as a past champion, if he wins, gets $250. Same thing for Zwack and Gary. Monsivais, a previous winner. The top 6 separated by just half a second. Anyone in this top 6 could win it.
Gary, more mistakes. He's losing his shot. Monsivais able to get up under him.
4 laps to go here in the first ever RODDCAR Indianapolis 500, and it is side by side between Parker White and Daniel Falkingham. Starting to pull away ever so slightly from third on back. And here comes Zwack with a big run just like that, though. Zwack right back into the picture and trying to challenge 3 wide. Any bobble now takes them all out. Parker White leading, trying to break the draft. Monsivius somehow in with a shot. We're going to be 4 wide into turn number 1. Brandon Cruz Monsivius incredibly to the race lead. And Falkingham takes it right back. This is incredible drama. Here comes Parker White to the inside.
Zwack's going to have momentum, nowhere to go.
6 cars under a blanket, coming to 2 laps to go. White back out in front. Falkingham right on his right rear. Zwack going to have a run. Immediately going to dive to the inside. That would have been Zwack's win. 5 miles to go.
The front stretch, you just see Rod's car smoking. We are not making it out of turn 4 on lap 200.
The top 8 separated by just 2 seconds. And here comes Falkingham again to the inside. Tyler Gary's fallen back. It's a 4-car breakaway at the front of the field. Falkingham clear for now. Can they make it back? Parker White to the outside. Loses a tiny bit of momentum. Zwack almost into him. Coming to the yard of bricks one more time around. White flag into the air. Race is official. Into turn number 1.
Trialing.
It's Parker White that leads through 1. Falkingham going to challenge. Parker White leads through 2. No separation. Falkingham's going to have the run.
This gap by Zwack, he's doing that on purpose. He wants the run down the front stretch.
And you're going to have to block now. Zwack to the outside. It's 3 wide into turn 3 for the race win of the Indianapolis 500. Falkingham leads through 3. Into the short chute, trying to block. Into 4 for the final time. It's going to be a dead heat between 3 cars for the win. Falkingham leads off of 4. Parker White to the outside. It's going to be 3 wide at the line. And I think it's a tie between Falkingham and Parker White.
It's Falkingham by 1,000. Falkingham over Parker White.
What a finish! After 3 hours of racing, it is Falkingham. What a finish!
God.
That's so great.
I'm sorry, but the IDK player tweet from earlier he said, you will not find a better finish on iRacing in the month of May. Brother, you just saw it on Right Chain Media.
It was 9 cars and it's the best finish we'll ever see. Falkingham, congratulations. Oh my gosh. Falkingham is wrecked 3-4 times, went to the infield, and Daniel Falkingham gets it done by 1/1000th of a second. The top 3 will go to the manual because the overlay doesn't round. The top 3 by 0.02 of a second. This is simply iRacing at its finest. Let's go back to the finish. We'll just show you the last half of a lap. We'll do the frame by frame. Actually, we'll just add a turn 2 is where it all shapes up. That's what we'll do. Zwack hanging back, trying to get the big run. Falkingham to the inside. Zwack let them do battle, and here comes Zwack thinking about the low line. Falkingham blocks it up to the high line. And through the short chute. A crucial block there by Falkingham. Parker White has to back out of it just a little bit. And back through the front stretch. All in the draft, all slipstreaming each other. And here we go to the finish, frame by frame. And let's see here. Just show you in every angle. Actually, we'll do it like this. And we'll just go down the camera list that we have available to us. Oh my goodness, what a race. So all these don't really tell the story. That's a great shot right there. TV3 captures it. Let's back it up and we'll let that. Here you go.
I can't believe that.
That is simply incredible. It's just right there. Yeah, we could try to zoom in. It's just the default cameras. Zoom. There you go. I knew how to zoom. Calm down. Oh my goodness. Through the eyes of the spectators coming off of force, what they saw. My goodness. What a race. It's May at Indy. Yeah, Bodega kind of covers it up there from the blimp. Chopper might have a little bit better look at it. That is so good. Back it up one more time. We'll get the zoom in.
We got these people waiting, by the way.
Yeah, we'll get. I mean, when it's that good.
But yeah, it's such a finish.
We'll do the frame by frame. What is it? I don't even know. Right there. How do we turn it? I don't know. There we go. There's your finish. I'm not a professional cameraman by any means. That's the finish. Take the pictures you need or want. I don't know. If we back it up to the white line,
we're definitely have to get one for, you know, the X Twitter.
The Bird app. There you go. Frame by frame. That's the next frame. And that's them crossing the line, the yard of bricks. Oh my goodness. It is 12:21 on the East Coast. We got to make sure the line is straight on the start-finish line. Did they lay down the bricks straight? Change what? Change?
No, we're not doing that. We got people waiting. Come on.
Here we go. We'll do that after we interview them. So, all right. Here with your race winner, Daniel Falkingham wins the first ever RODDCAR Indianapolis 500. By 1/1000th of a second. I'll just let you take it away. Say whatever you want to say.
That was definitely worth sitting here for 3 hours for that come down to that finish. But I can't believe I won. I don't think I've had a close finish, or I've won a close finish like that in a really long time. And man, to win the first ever RODDCAR Indy 500 and a nice little payday to go with it, we will take it. After the wild ride we took at the start of the race, and then I self-spun, and then I had another accident. Like, I can't believe everything that happened, but well, we crossed the yard of bricks first. We're drinking the milk. Actually, I just got some milk right now. I'm drinking some milk as we speak.
What type is it? What was your choice?
Well, unfortunately, fat-free was the only milk I had in my fridge.
Okay.
I usually am like a skim milk kind of guy, but this is the only milk I had, so it'll make it work.
Well, regardless, you are the one drinking the milk in victory lane at Indy, so you'll take it how you can get it. Massive congratulations. Obviously a huge night for you individually, like winning this race, this first ever event, and then another huge night for you in regards to the overall season in championship contention, obviously. Yep.
Yeah, like a lot of people I don't think remember. I don't know if a lot of people know that this is a points race too, so this is big. We got some laps led. I don't know who led the most laps. I think Parker did, but we did win the race, so that's how good. Sorry, I'm messing up my words here, but that's definitely gonna help us in the points. For sure, but yeah, I'm out of breath, man. That finish was insane. Just trying to figure out how that last lap was going to go and whatnot, but yeah, what a great race. Thanks to Rod for all he does for putting this on, and thanks to everyone who comes to races each and every week. And thanks to y'all for broadcasting. And yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. So
and, I gotta say, you did this after taking flight.
Yeah,
no, I definitely had, I think I had the biggest wreck of the night, but I didn't know we had a lot of big wrecks.
Your
but
rear
I don't think
wing
I won that
says
crazy.
aim high, and you did that.
I'm in an Air Force car, so it all makes sense.
Right.
You know?
Oh my goodness. But yeah, just real quick, one more question. What was the mindset on that last lap? You know, now you can decompress. Like, what were you thinking on that last lap? 2.5 miles around. What was the game plan?
Yeah, I think I had to be second coming off turn 2 to at least set up a run through 3 and 4. And then off of 4, I just kind of had to let fate decide. Just hopefully, I had to block Parker going into turn 4 there. I could have maybe ran high, but like he can make the bottom stick really well there, especially with, I think the track was getting cooler at the end of the race, and we just had so much more grip. So I feel like I just had to block the bottom, kind of cut off his air a little bit, and I think that was just enough for me to get to the line. Because if I would have just given him the bottom, Zwack would have had a better shot at getting us both. So I think I definitely played the best I could. Kind of just let fate decide it all, coming down to the checkered, and thankfully, we just had enough to bring her home. So we will take it. Take them any way we can get them, and yeah, we're gonna celebrate.
Air Force gave you a little bit of rocket fuel there for the final stretch to the yard of bricks. But congratulations, first ever one, and you take it home in the most thrilling of circumstances. So massive congratulations to you, and we'll see you back here next week.
Actually, I think we're off next week. I think next week's Memorial Day.
It is. I think we're off. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because I wouldn't have been here next week
that
anyway,
makes
even
sense.
if we raced.
Yeah,
so.
but well, yeah, you get some time to celebrate it. Get another week to enjoy it before.
Yeah, I'll be in Charlotte next weekend. So yeah, got a whole thing whole lot of celebrating to do. But no, appreciate you guys all you do, and enjoy your Memorial Day, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks.
All right, you too. Here with your second place finisher, Parker White. And I mean, it is 1/1000th of a second between yourself and Indy 500 glory. What was the mindset on that last lap, and what's the feeling like coming up just that short in the Indy 500?
On the front stretch, I was kind of unsure what to do, but in that spot I was in with the lead into turn 1, I knew it'd just be best to just hold my line on the back and let Daniel go there, which I did. But I didn't necessarily think of how big of a run that Zwack was going to get, and he just put me 3 wide, and that just put me in a very bad spot for turn 3 because I had to both run through Daniel's dirty air, and then I had to kind of make sure to give Zwack space. I tried to go low into 3 just because I didn't know how it was going to work because I knew I was going to have to run through Daniel's dirty air, but luckily I was able to barely get the nose out in turn 4, and it wasn't completely over, at least I had a shot at it, but I think what really killed me is I initially started to follow Daniel on the front stretch to get the jab, but then I went up and blocked Zwack, and I think that's what killed me. Like, literally all I needed on that entire front stretch was just 1/1000 or 2 more thousands to be safe. But overall, it's not a bad result. Obviously, I would have liked to win, but after crashing with like 30 to go or something like that, that's a good result for me.
Yeah, tremendous fight back. You were literally up at the front pretty much all night long, and just to be there after 200 laps is a testament to the ability that you showed here tonight. And you and Falkingham locked in an intense battle for the championship. You know, in the glory of the Indy 500. This was a points race, and we are in the second half of the season, so every point matters, and a great showing, nonetheless.
Yeah, I had a 5-point lead going into this race over Falkingham, so now I believe how it's going to pan out is it's going to be a tie for the points lead, so that'll be interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. Thrilling finish, thrilling season, and can't wait to see how it concludes here in a couple of weeks. But congratulations on second. Hard fought, well earned, and I'll let you get any shout-outs in if you have any.
Yeah, of course, as always, got to thank UMax and YJ Media for the broadcast. I have to thank Rod for putting this league on every Friday, so it's a fun time. Of course, I have to thank North Sports Racing and Williams Esports.
Absolutely. Congratulations again. Have a great Memorial Day, and we'll see you back here in 2 weeks.
Thank you, too.
Here with your third place finisher, Matthew Zwack, gave it a heck of a run on that final lap, backed up, got a great run, and then what was the mindset going off into turn number 3 for the final time, and what do you think you needed to do there?
I wasn't gonna lift. I was just gonna see where we ended up, and I mean, that's the beauty of that finish is that's something that you can go back and you can watch it 100 times and you can find something that you can do different each and every time. And I mean, in my head it was we're not lifting and we're gonna see where we end up. And watching it back, I could have laid back and got a slingshot. I don't know. Obviously, I would have done it differently to try and win, but I mean, we were just going for broke there, and I'm happy we were able to get a finish like that for how good the racing was up front.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys put on a clinic all night long, trading back and forth. It looked like your initial move was to take that huge run and get to the bottom. Do you think that would have played out differently had you been able to get to the bottom in turn number 3?
Oh man, let me tell you my thoughts down the backstretch. I was thinking about making the worst move in the history of the sport through the grass, but after, and I need to after murdering Cozy, I have to apologize to Cozy. We raced too good for me to get tight there and give him or end his fast repair, or make him use his fast repair. That was pretty poor, so I apologize to him for that. But already doing that in the race, and then, like I said, we raced too good up front to make maybe a bonehead move and crash us all in 3. So I pulled out and went to the high side, and there was enough grip on the high side to make that move. It had been there all race, just a shortest way around on the bottom, and it paid off for him.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the dumbest move in the history of iRacing would have been great in the short term, but if you wreck all 3 going into 3, then we don't get probably one of the best finishes I've ever seen in my entire iRacing career. So appreciate you not doing that. It's a great finish nonetheless, and a well-earned 3rd place for you. And after 200 laps, just very exciting to be coming off of 4 with a shot to win the Indianapolis 500 for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had a blast.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations again, and we'll let you get any shout-outs in if you have any.
Yeah, I mean, obviously everyone up front. I was racing with the NFR group, but Altus was up there, Timmy. I mean, everyone up there. It was the most clean racing I think we've had, not only in this league but just in general, and the high profile stuff. Very few wrecks up front once we actually got past the restart. So yeah, and obviously you guys, and we wouldn't be here without good old Rod. So appreciate everyone. That was a blast tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, congratulations again. Have a great Memorial Day, and we'll see you back here in 2 weeks.
Thank you.
Here with the 55 machine, Brandon Cruz Monsivais, your biggest mover here tonight in the first ever RODDCAR Indy 500. Started 27th and finished 6th, and you were up there making some moves inside of the final 5 laps. What was the mindset up there, battling that with some of the best in the business?
Well, the whole plan was to try and have the least amount of fuel as possible. I mean, when you're racing against Spokenham, White, all these guys who actually know what they're doing, you got to try and find any advantage. And actually coming to the White, I think Matthew got tied out of 4, and I had to brake, otherwise I was gonna hit him, because I know like 2 or 3 laps before the White, I made a move pretty much down the front straightaway that I was gonna try and do on the White or on the checkered flag. It just didn't pan out that way. But I mean, congratulations, Daniel and Parker and Matthew, for bringing the top 3 home in that fashion. I mean, that's a really, really good finish. I mean, this race was a blast. It was great once you got all the people who maybe shouldn't have been in the race out of it due to all the wrecks and stuff. But I mean, the second half of this race was a blast.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, a really, really good finish for you. Well deserved, hanging on there at the end on the old tires as well. So very impressive result. And I had the points pulled up, but yeah, just a really good race on your point. Being there at the end with a shot to win the first ever RODDCAR Indy 500 got to feel pretty good.
Yeah, I was talking to Falkenham in the post race, and he was like, "Yeah, we should be tied for the points." I was like, "Wait, that was a points race? I didn't even know that."
Yeah, that's kind of lost. It takes a back seat. The money's on the line, but that is a regular RODDCAR race, and a great finish for you. You were 28 back coming into tonight, and you get another solid finish. So it's all to play for in the second half of the season.
Yeah, we'll see where I'm at. Might be top 5 or so. But the one thing that did help me was I ran the ABN 500 on Wednesday, and I finished 6th in that one. And that's why I just decided to stay on old tires, and I get 6 again here, because nobody's going to remember who finished 6th in this race with that finish. I doubt that there's any video tapes covering who's coming across line in 6th. But yeah, that was just a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, congratulations on a really, really good finish, and have a great Memorial Day. We'll see you back here in 2 weeks.
Yeah, just real fast. Got to shout out everybody who was spotting for me up in the Windstill booth. Emily Howe, Sean, Parker, all the Windstill gang. Thank you for rooting me on, boys.
Absolutely. Well, Again, congratulations. See you back here in 2 weeks. All right. Dean Clavitt, 7th place. Great finish. Had a shot there at the end. Your final thoughts from a wild race.
It was wild. Yeah, I don't know. I somehow got 7th. I was just expecting a top 20. Like, I'd be happy with that, but
I think you were one of the ones
That's
yesterday
up.
during Bump Day. Like, yeah, I haven't been in this combination in probably over a year, but ended up 7th anyways.
yeah, I haven't. I can't remember last time I even ran an IndyCar race, let alone at Indianapolis. And yeah, it took a lot of learning, and got to thank Mo for helping me out, and Gavin too for helping me out a little bit. But yeah, we avoid all well, I say almost all the trouble, but we avoided the major wrecks anyways, so that kind of helped. But all of my doing was, all my wrecks were just all my doing. So sucks to happen, but we survived.
Absolutely. And Jacob Roth, you do get the top 20 that Dean was hoping for. What was your final thought on a wild one here tonight?
It was fun for a while. Once all the wrecks were out of the way, we started running green for a while. It was fun. I mean, I was up there. I was having fun up there. Top 10. Received the Brian Hicks driving experience at the end of the race, but I mean, I'll take it. It's better than dead last. Sorry, Mo, but it was fun.
Yeah, but yeah, just an absolutely wild race, and glad you guys were able to be a part of it and make the show. And definitely go back and watch the ending. It's an all timer.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. I mean, I was surprised to see on the standings that the Falkingham got him by a 1/1000th. I was like, holy crap.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I appreciate you guys coming out racing every week. Have a great Memorial Day, and we'll see you back here in 2 weeks.
Thanks,
Is it really 2 weeks, man?
We're off next week, I believe. Schedule.
Okay.
Yeah, we are off next Friday, so.
Well, I mean, after this race, probably a good thing.
Everyone needs a week to decompose, and then we're back to Talladega in the 87. So it's gonna be. We're gonna make y'all work a little bit, but always a pleasure, fellas. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Have a great holiday weekend.
You too.
Yep.
You too, man.
I thought that was your good.
All right, fellas. It is 12:36 on the East Coast. We've been live for 3 hours 42 minutes. Y'all's final thoughts on one of the best races we've ever seen.
Exactly that best race. You know what? Couldn't have a better finish in 3 hours and 40 minutes.
Yeah.
It's just, I'm glad I was here for it.
Absolutely. 9 cars on the lead lap, but who cares with the finish that we got? The top, 6-ish really battling it out there at the end. After 200 laps, we get a finish like that. That's what the month of May is always about. That's what the Indy 500 is about. That's what RODDCAR is about. And just super happy to be a part of this. Thanks, Rod, for the opportunity week in, week out. Thanks to these drivers for showing up. We had 47 attempts, so obviously some people didn't get the race. But, everyone a part of this. Thank you. I mean, this is what makes it so special when you get moments like this. So here are your final race results. We'll be posting highlights throughout the weekend, all the way down to Mo Perry. But I appreciate everyone coming out. Have a great weekend. We'll be back live Monday night for the Xfinity Racing Series Next Gen season finale, championship decider at Charlotte, 8:30 Eastern. Y'all be sure to tune in for that. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you there.